Bro, what you mean? Like, is
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I will be there soon to wake you so discreet.
Yo, Muzz, you hear what's going on, bro? I'm in the thing already.
Hey, welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final game of leg number 1 of the VS Gaming Dota. Let's call it the Amateur League Open Division. My name is Muzz, and I'm joined by, of course, the beautiful ebony boy, Beth. What's good?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Muzz?
What's cracking, dude? How's your lockdown been, man?
Nah, lockdown's been it's been boring, bro. But boring, but enjoyable at the same time because I get to just play a bunch of ranked games in Dota 2, man. So I'm complaining and not complaining at the same time, dude.
So lockdown's pretty much been lockdown, right? It's been boring as hell. You've probably like had to do a lot of chores around the house and pretty much nothing to brag about.
Other than my 4 losses today, man. So
Listen, you're gonna slip down to like Crusader level, Beth. That's very shocking, dude.
I man, in my bracket it's Herald Gaming, dude.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, you're gonna be joining the rest of us plebs in the crappy ass brackets.
the trench.
Yeah, well, guys, if you've just joined us, this is Transverse Gaming taking on NPG. And this is a special cast, Beth. I think it's dedicated to Wiseman. He's been asking us quite for a long time for a scuffed cast. So this one's going straight to the old Wiseman, and I hope he's gonna appreciate it, and I hope we don't have to flame him too much.
Yes. That stuff you wise, man, you noob.
Yeah, that's it. He's the ultimate trash, man.
The ultimate trench master. Ultimate trench master.
All right, Beth. Well, let's take a look at what MPG are doing so far. They've taken out the Snapfire, the Treant, and the IO. So quite a decent amount of catch, lockdown, and heal capabilities there. What do you think about the TSG banning?
I think they're just banning out very strong heroes. Maybe they checked out what our boys Transverse Gaming played with the Snapfire and just banned it out. IO is really strong if paired with a really good combo. The Trend Protector is also a very strong hero, man. Not lately though, like he's hardly played now competitively, but like he is still a strong hero regardless. Transverse Gaming just like with their bans, they just seem to be banning things that they don't seem to like to play against, like the Life Stealer and the Timbersaw. The Winter Wyvern, probably the ban for the Winter Wyvern shows that they want to go something physical.
Yeah,
From what it seems.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I agree with you there. Winter's Curse obviously kind of is gonna negate a bit of that physicalness when it comes out from someone like Phantom Assassin, Troll Warlord, etc. They did ban out the Lifestealer there, possibly maybe a bit of a big beefy offlaner. So we're looking at a Tide Hunter Centaur possibly. We know Frag, he enjoys himself a decent beefy tanky offlaner. Slardar getting taken out as well. Obviously decent catch and bash there again as well. So we're going to see TSG maybe looking for not to play like a squishier hero, but I mean, you
10
could play your
seconds remaining.
CMs, your snipers, and the such when a Slardar is banned, because
5
he's too
seconds
much, man.
remaining.
Like 4 hits bash with a Slytherin crush, dude. I don't know about you, Beth, but it's too much.
I definitely agree with you, man. It's hell playing as a support against Slaughter. You don't have a game.
Yeah, dude, 100% I
Dire
agree with you
team
there.
pick.
Okay, so last ban from NPG is the Warlock, and first pick, Lion, and the big man with his finger. What do you have to say?
He's swagger.
Is this guy all swag, Beth?
All swag, man. He even does the moonwalk reverse, dude. Reverse moon.
What is that, like one of his taunts?
Yeah, dude. He like flipping just swaggers forward, man. Like Mr. McMahon, dude.
Oh, dude, you see, I know we would be good mates because you just dropped that WWF reference there. Like, come on, dude.
WWF, dude, is WWE, dude.
10
Dude,
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
but remember, they were WWF before they ever became WWE,
5
buddy. It was a
seconds remaining.
federation before it was entertainment. Come on.
I never knew, dude.
Oh, okay, Beth. I suppose you don't watch Dragon Ball Z either, do you?
Dude, I watch Dragon Ball Z, but I prefer Naruto, man.
Oh, I can't. All right, Lich coming at you from Transfers Gaming. Obviously going to be position 5 there. Both of these teams opting to go for their position 5s first. So no flex picks or any sneaky plays up the sleeves yet.
I would hope for them. I genuinely dig when teams start off with like a either flex pick, right? Or well, not start off with a flex pick, but in their first 2 picks that they have either their offlaner or one of their cores, right? Or like a flex pick or one of their cores and a support, right? Not both supports in the first 2 rounds. Because like you know how most supports can counter hero, right? Like for example, you can pick Pugna versus a Juggernaut, right? And if you leave that support like space open, you can always pick that support a bit later. So I prefer like leaving one support pick for later if you can. But Transverse Gaming did go the other route and just pick both supports.
Yeah, I was going to say
10
that kind of
seconds
vengeful
remaining.
spirit you could almost say is going to be the position 4 quite easily.
5
Yes, she
seconds
can carry
remaining.
with Avenge. She does get quite big, being an agility hero plus the physicality of that passive of hers. Even a mid laner potentially. But yeah, kind of TSG just pretty much going straight for a 5-4 pick right now. Nothing too out of the ordinary just yet.
Yeah. Vengeful usually doesn't go as a carry, man. It hardly happens anymore. Maybe back in the days, but nowadays that hardly ever happens.
Ah, man, it's fine. Just steal my thunder. It's okay.
Radiant team.
You
Now,
see, okay, now that's a flex pick right there.
yeah,
That's
no,
big. That
yeah, dude, 110%, Beth. That is a flex pick
Dire
there
team back.
for days. Because Abaddon is so versatile these days, isn't he?
your man's there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Abaddon's so versatile these days.
I'm sorry, guys. It seems like our boy Muzz is having a little bit of a technical problem. But so I can steal his thunder real quick. Abaddon is a very versatile hero. He can go pause 5, pause 4, pause 3. I even saw Hector go pause 1 today, and he just wrecked people. And pause 2 even, right? I was hearing stories about this mid Abaddon that just ended the game in 20 minutes. So that is possible. But Maz, you back with us, man?
Yeah, dude, I'm here. I don't know what happened, man. I've been here all the time.
Oh, welcome back, man.
Yeah, I've been here all the time, but I don't know what's your problem. Ha 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 ha. Punk.
I had to, man.
Yeah, I think it's your side. You cupping a bit over there, dude.
Like, I couldn't hear you, man.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, okay, my bad, man. My bad.
Seconds remaining.
But yeah, what I was ending off with, Beth, was just saying there that the Abaddon is quite a versatile pick, man. I was just agreeing with you saying that that's, what you call a flex pick. It's decent.
Yeah, definitely, because we don't know where the Abaddon's really gonna lane up or be exactly, so that gives their draft a bit more space.
Let me not do that.
Dire team pick.
Alright, so Necro coming out with the Muzz here. What do you have to say about this Muzz from TSG?
Really strong hero, man. Really strong hero. Maybe they are expecting a ranged hero, ranged lineup. Maybe the Drow Ranger. It's usually really good versus Drow Rangers
10
and
seconds
snipers.
remaining.
But I feel like it's more just like a comfort pick for them.
5
Like
seconds remaining.
I know that they're a huge fan of Snapfire or AoE abilities in general.
Radiant
That
team
team fight, like with the Lich and
Drow
stuff.
Ranger.
But then yeah, they pick up the Drow Ranger themselves.
Dude, you see, Beth, this is why I knew you were the man to get hold of. Because you analyze it properly, you break it down, you say Drow's gonna be a Mars pick. They literally go Drow straight after the Mars pick. I mean, I can leave, dude. I'm just gonna go watch a bit of TV, and you can just take over the rest of the show, I think.
Nah, you need to bring the hype, man. But the point I did make is that Mars is usually a really good counter to Drow, but I never knew they were necessarily gonna pick up the job for themselves. But yeah, the thing I've realized about TSG is that they love Snapfire, so they love very big AoE spells, right? So now seeing they don't have the Snapfire, they're trying to combo it up with the Lich, the Mars ulti together, and then Drow Ranger can just go ham. Legit, she can just go crazy, and she's also really good versus the Necrophos because she can just silence the Necrophos, silence the Invoker, and does a lot of damage against Abaddon.
Yeah. Well, you talk about her being a great counter to Mars, and of course, what you do with counters is you either ban them or you're going to pick them. So, of course, Zandre there did choose to pick the Drow. They
10
playing
seconds
into a
remaining.
Necrophos and Invoker. Of course, Invoker is going to have quite a decent amount of nuke coming down inside that Blood Arena. Do you kind of anticipate any problems with spells getting thrown into that ulti at all?
The thing is, if you're Mars, you can just your team can stay out, dude. So it would be a problem if it was in the Invoker on your team, right? It would be a problem for the enemy team. But you can always just walk out of the pits, just dodge it like normally. And Mars, if he's the offlane, even if he's the mid, he could go for an early pipe, nullifying the Lion, Necrophos, and Invoker. And we don't even know if this is an Invoker. This might be an offlane Abaddon, pause for Invoker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it wasn't Thompson, who was it? Jarex kind of messed things up during the last TI, taking Invoker, offlane support. So kind of now we all unfortunately, have to have bloody Invoker supports in our pubs and stuff. And like you said, no, this could quite easily be a support in Invoker. I mean, even the Necrophos is a good offlaner or a good mid. You've got a support Abaddon or an offlaner, and even now a mid or position for Invoker, which means NPG right now have got like hands down the craziest flex picking. And they pretty much hold drafts a big old flex pick right now. It's beautiful.
Yeah, man, it's like a muscle flex, bro. This team's just been eating protein.
It's a little like what your profile picture looks, dude.
Dude, wait, what's my profile? Oh, okay, my WhatsApp, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I had to flex a little bit, man.
Yeah, it's kind of
make worth that gym membership, man.
Kind of to all the viewers and everyone checking out the game right now, if no one understands the inside joke there, Beth kind of is standing inside Virgin Active looking swole.
No. This
swole.
is Viva Gym, guys. Viva Gym, guys.
Swole. Alright, so bans there coming out. We've got the Void Faceless, Void Juggernaut, and then of course the Void Spirit.
I like the Void Spirit ban. I don't really think the Jug was necessarily okay, the Jug is great against the Mars. Jug isn't that great versus the Jug, but I think if he spins, there's no real way of you stopping him from or cancelling his TP. So yeah, I dig both of their bans. The Faceless Void ban, I don't think that was a good ban on the side of MPG. The Slok is good. But the TA ban makes sense. The Slok can get on top of the Jar Ranger and does pretty well against Mars. But Mars can lane against him okay compared to other offlaners.
Yeah, plus you should have the Venge with him, which is going to be thrown. Obviously, her armor spirit, she's got a decent right click on her. She's got a single target stun. which is okay.
5 seconds remaining.
That kind of that coupled with the spear, Slock should get closed down kind of a little bit. It depends who he's going to be laning with. Of course, we're not entirely sure what the lanes from NPG are going to look like. Plus, what kind of we are privy to, the information you and I are privy to, is that old outsider, he loves TA. And old, NPG, they banned out a TA, man. I think they've done their homework, and he's forced to pick another mid. Kind of, yeah, dude, outsider. He's looking elsewhere now. He's taking his time. You can see they're burning through that last pick.
Yeah, this could be a mid Mars, and then they could still look for another offlaner that can fare fare better against the Slark, but there is no real offlaner that can fare well against Slark, because Slark is a nasty fish boy. But they're probably looking for a mid laner, right?
Do you have your open mic? Do you have your team mic open there, Beth? Beth?
Yeah, it's on. It's on.
No, yeah, is your team mic open?
It is.
Okay,
it's not.
Perfect. I'd hate people to think I was talking to myself for like the last 20 minutes, man. I'm not.
Nah.
But check how much time TSG are using, dude. Look at this. 1 second to pick a Kunkka. Like, that seems unnecessary. Jeez.
I think they were just considering their options, man.
Yes,
like this has happened to me before when I played a game and we ended up randoming because we couldn't make up our mind because our time ran out.
Yeah, but I mean that was literally 1 second, and you do know that the game will auto pick you a hero, hey?
Yeah, it's happened to me before, man.
So if TSG were quite happy to get like a ET to go mid or like something ridiculous, then Outsider was going to be happy to play it. But yeah. Let me twist your arm, Beth, for a prediction. Just kind of based off these drafts, you're looking at kind of who do you think's going to be taking game number 1, yeah?
If we're looking at, like, let's see, the teams are balanced individually, but just speaking of based off draft, I prefer Transverse Gaming's draft, hands down. I think the jar really works really well against the NPG's lineup, and the Kunkka does well to keep the Slark in place, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, X marks the spot. He's got the Torrent with the Ghost Ship as well. Should be able to close him down and lock him down quite a bit. So, yeah, let's get game number 1 underway. If you guys have just joined us, this is the VS Gaming last game, in fact, of leg number 1. We've got Chance versus Gaming taken on NPG. My name is Muzz, and of course joined once again by the beautiful Beth.
I know I can trust you guys.
NPG have chosen to start from the Radiant side, so we're going to see how that goes. Of course, Radiant does usually have a higher win rate statistically. Don't know if that's not gonna really put off TSG too much. I don't know, Beth, do you play into that whole business of playing on the Radiant side because you can win?
I don't.
Is that kind of
this whole? I don't really know about the whole advantages on each side, man. So. I don't necessarily have a preference, to be honest with you.
But I mean, okay, you do know that the Radiant side does have a higher win rate, eh?
That is factual, no?
Yeah, no, that's 125, 73% true. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not a maths teacher.
Yo, Muzz, with the camera, bro.
What's up, buddy?
I can't seem to move mine.
You can't at all? There we go, I see you moving.
Nah, it's stuck to one place.
There, you're moving slowly. There, you're moving.
Well, I can't move mine.
Oh. Can you, like, go to players if you press 1, 2, 3, 4? Can you move to players? There we go, you're moving, buddy.
My camera is stuck still.
Oh, that's awkward.
That is deep, man. But it's cool, it's cool.
Oh.
Let me just try DC and reconnect. Maybe I can.
Alright, that's fine. No problemo. So we're going to have the outside taking on Singularity here in the mid lane. Kunkka versus an Invoker. Should be pretty decent, of course. Outside here, gone for Tidebringer first, so he can clear the waves. He's got a lot of wave push as well. But that does mean Singularity is going to be under his own tower quite a bit. So maybe not going to be as much farm for Outsider as he would like. In the top lane, we do have Abaddon with the Necro taking on the Lich and the Drow. So we were speaking about that versatility of the Abaddon and what he can do. And of course, so he's going to be supporting the Necro here in the top lane. And if we do spin down to the bottom, we're going to have, of course, line with Rafiki. Hopefully this is going to be one Wise Slark taking on Wiseman and Frag, playing the Vengeful Spirit and the Muzz respectively. Things are looking pretty good. Lion has a position 5 support. Obviously, that's pretty standard where he goes. I kind of don't find him to be the best laning support in the world. So, like, as opposed to Jackie, because obviously he's a bit more of like a, like Lion's more of like a pacifier, dude. Like you come and attack your, you come and attack your core, and he's gonna pacify you, meaning, throwing out the Earth Spike or a Hex, versus like you get heroes that are very good laning supports versus others that just aren't kind of, the craziest laning supports in the world. I don't know if that's fair to say, Beth.
Yeah, I get you. Like, I actually personally, like, as someone that's played off lane quite a bit before, and even safe lane, so past 4 lines, Lion is very irritating to play against. Once you get level 3, he just 2 levels in Q, 1 level in suck. He Qs you, he sucks you, you have no mana, he has mana to Q you again. And that just repeats constantly.
Yeah.
Unless you abuse the Lion from the start, then he struggles.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like the thing, man. He doesn't have like a sustain, like a Warlock in lane. He's not going to push like a Jackie, but he is providing exactly what you're saying. A bit of an annoyance, a bit of like a I'll stun you and I'm going to mana drain you, which he has opted to take second. So he is going to be mana draining as well, which is going to be quite annoying because it means Wiseman can't get off any spells. Frag as well. There's not going to be any spear coming out from him without mana. So that's going to be super duper annoying. And look at that Abba, Beth. He did go position 4 support at the end of the day. I think
serious? So is it a Necro past 3?
It looks like it. I mean, the headdress is sitting on the Abaddon right now for the regen.
Yeah, looking at the net worth, it does look like past 3 net worth. Past 3 Necro. So
Yeah. Well, he does have the most last hits as well, 11-4 right now. He was actually doing better than his carry, so good for him.
Slark is struggling, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's not struggling. He's doing well. Muzz is taking a walk back to base. And there's a bunch of couriers flying out, man.
Yeah, I was just making a comment earlier, Beth, that Kunkka went for the Tidebringer first, which obviously is going to push his lane a bit, and it's going to get Invoker under his own tower. So, I mean, do you think that's going to be quite difficult for Kunkka to maybe get as much farm as he would like? Because so like right now, check, he's pushing creeps under tower. Singularity is just going to get the denies, and that's 3 creeps now that Outsider doesn't get.
I think it's just important if you're a veteran Kunkka player. Like, Kunkka even seems to be doing well. 20 last hits on him, 12 on Invoker, but Invoker does have 6 denies. If you're a really seasoned Kunkka player, you'll know to hit the range creep like twice, right? And then Tidebringer the wave, so that you kill the range creep with the Tidebringer, so that they don't get the chance to deny it, if you know what I'm saying.
But I mean, like, look at this again, dude. So these are another 3 creeps that he's forced under tower. So he's already lost 6 creeps in, let's say, less than a minute, less than 30 seconds.
Wait, are you talking about Invoker? Like, he's forced these creeps under Invoker's tower?
Yes, and he's lost 6 creeps to tower and denies right now.
Okay, so
that's what I'm saying. Look at this. Now that's a whole entire lane of creeps that Outsider's lost to tower again, dude. So now he's lost about 10 creeps to tower and denies from Invoker, man.
Oh, so the whole wave is pushing towards.
Yeah.
I see. I get you.
So I'm saying Tidebringer is great because you get the last hits and farm, but he's also forcing his lane under tower the whole time. That Singularity is taking about 10 denies off of Outsider's farm, dude.
Like, I'm taking his last hits right now. He's doing pretty well on the last hits, but I think he should just use his Tidebringer, like turn it off and on when necessary.
Yeah.
And just push out his lane, make sure he gets his creeps, go jungle, come back, rinse and repeat. Because Invoker will be the one to struggle. Is Invoker going Quas Wex or Quas Exhort?
It looks like he's going for a Quas Exhort right now. He's only got 1 in Wex.
Okay, but like Invoker's going on the tower, so the creeps are going on the tower for Invoker, so it should not be as easy for him to farm. So Kunkka just needs to harass him a little bit with the Tidebringer while getting his CS, go jungle, come back, rinse and repeat, and he should easily take this lane.
Yeah, alright, well, bottom lane, bit of action here. Is Rafiki gonna bite the dust? He does get the leash on Wallace. Is this gonna be the first blood? Yes, it is, and that's Wiseman going down. Well, hell, Beth, I was very scared we were gonna miss the first blood, but we didn't because it was on
You're on
Wiseman.
point, man. You're on point, man.
Oh my goodness, dude. I was stressed, hey. There was 5 minutes there with no first blood. I was like, crap, if we miss it, we're gonna be the bloody worst caster South Africa seen, dude. Joker might go down. Yeah, Frag in a bit of trouble from Rafiki. Gets the leash again, gets himself 2 kills. So Rafiki picking up 2 for his team.
I told you, line is such a problem, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pacifier in the lane, dude. Ah, bit of a sneak around there in the top lane. Ah, I've lost Kunka. There we go. Brings out the ship. It's going to fall into Abaddon. Vader with a bit of trouble. There goes the Necro down.
Yeah, that's big. That's a nice rotation from Gunker. The fact that Invoker came to come support or come rotate for that gank is really not good. Because the man could have been playing catch-up right there when Kunka rotated. Outsider did a really good job on that rotation. You know, he went with the haste and then just TP right back, so you hardly missed anything. Invoker just walked there and walked back, gaining nothing.
Yeah, man. Just his TP is on cooldown, though. So I mean, what can you do?
But he, like, if it was on cooldown, he shouldn't have came through for the rotation. He should have rather just focused on getting the CSs if he could, because now he's still behind.
Oh yeah, bottom lane Rafiki in a bit of trouble. Hex does come out from Joker. There was a stun of Wiseman. But yeah, nothing that Rafiki can't handle. He's obviously, you know, he can get out. He's Gucci. Well, I mean, decent rotation there from outside to get in the kill in the top lane, because of course they were going to trail 2 to zip. And he did pick up a kill for himself there as well, so that's fine. No, actually he didn't. I think I went there to Visions. Yeah, Visions 1 for 0. Oh, there we go. So they did find Rafiki bottom lane. Frag picks up the kill. That's good for him. I mean, he's an off-lane core, so that's alright. Yeah, Outsider's going to be able to actually dive Singularity here just now. I mean, he's definitely forcing the man under his tower, and I think he's just going to go ham. He's actually bottled up an Invis run.
I like his movements. He's focusing on his Star Ranger's lane. Make sure that she gets good fun.
Yeah, might be
Necro
another
is a hero
kill, yeah.
that can go crazy if he gets out of hand.
X marks the spot on the Necro. Ghost Ship coming as well. It's going to land. TP getting cancelled from the bot lane.
I think it was Invoker that TP top, and then he just cancelled it because he realized that there was no point.
Yeah, it was going to be a bit slower. That's fine. That gives Visions the second kill of the evening, which is great for a Jar Ranger. He's doing well. Necro obviously being the core here on this side. Kind of dying twice doesn't really help you too much, but it's fine. You know, the boys still got the last hits. He's still doing well. 3rd on the charts.
No, even with all those high last hits, because our boy Outsider, he's rotated so much. Necrophos is behind the Invoker that has less losses.
Stun bottom lane down Rafiki with the Spear of Muzz. I think Rafiki is going to be able to find. He can pounce. Alright, so he's not going to die there. Oh, Blood Arena getting dropped, Beth, but of course that doesn't hold. It doesn't hold a Slog pounce.
For some weird reason, man, that's the most irritating thing ever. It's not like the guy even jumps over the wall.
It's typical South African action, dude. Guy wants to come into like jack your TV, bro. He just jumps.
He just jumps over your window, dude.
I mean, like, so tell me, Beth, maybe let's try to see what was going through the mind of TSG in that draft. Do you think they thought that Blood Arena was going to hold down these heroes? Because maybe they didn't realize Slark jumps out of Blood Arena.
The thing is, though, like, that's like if they get the combo onto Slark, Slark will die with the Blood Arena. If they get the Mars ulti and into Spear, Jar Ranger will kill Slark. That is almost guaranteed. And that goes for every other hero in their lineup for NPG, other than Abaddon, even though he's a support because of his ulti. So, like, I don't think it served the purpose of, okay, nah, Slark has to stay in this arena for the whole time. He's going to get BKB at some point. It's more like, okay, arena, and then just spear him into the arena, and then Drow just sorts him out.
And yeah, top lane, there goes the Lich, falls down to Kettles, so he's going to pick up a kill for himself now, which is great. Mid, lot of action here, Finger coming out from outsider, but his tower does fall, or Singularities does as well. Oh my goodness, misses the Sunstrike as well. In comes Wiseman. They're looking for a fight. Is there a swap? He uses all his mana on a stun. Oh, there's still a swap. Pops the dust early, gets a swap as well. Is it going to be down for Singularity? Still managing. Right click coming at you from Joker. Gets a decent onto outsider, who's pretty low right now. More TP's coming at you. Here comes Hannes. Oh, that was close. So no one dies here in the mid lane. Lots of TP's coming up from TSG with Joker as well, reciprocating on the other side. But Beth, Singularity has lost his tower though. And maybe all that garbage I was talking earlier about him being pushed on the tower didn't really help at the end of the day, because Outsider's got the mid tower, mid tier 1 tower.
And he's on top of the net worth by far, man. 5.2k net worth at the start of at 10 minutes, at 11 minutes actually. It's actually pretty big. If you can get that radiance by like 15, 16 minutes, I don't think the Slark or the Necrophos can stand in front of these, or stand in front of Kunker.
Bottom lane, Slark in a bit of trouble here. Rafiki is going to go down, got caught in the Blood Arena with 2. Supports here from TSG doing pretty well. I mean, this Venge and the Lich were both mid, and now they're both bottom. And that's, yeah, that's exactly what you want from your supports. Move around together, get the kills, make sure your cores can, you know, do what they did now. And of course, that's Rafiki out.
This is the thing I love about TSG. Like, I've noticed, because I've played against them myself, they have some of the strongest earliest and early mid game team fighting approaches to the game. Like, they just run at you at the start, and they just gain this advantage over you, and you just feel pressured by them.
Oh,
So
Sinister
they
getting
just
to
need to keep
Spears
that up.
bottom. There's going to be Earth Spikes with a huge Chain Frost getting dropped as well as Joker will be able to get it. He won't.
That is big. That's Slog's game, man.
That's
That is
big.
Slog's game right there.
Because I mean,
He
that,
died twice in a row now. That sets him back so far.
yeah, exactly. That's Rafiki who died twice. He TP'd back there just to die. Of course, Joker fell with him as well. You know, Midnight Sting was holding that Chain Frost.
And that was just a 3v2 basically, man. Maybe even 3v3. I think a Baron came a bit late. Jarange and Kunko were top, taking farm
There we go,
and
Sinister
tower at the
Gaze
same time.
onto Vader as well. The Sunstrike's not going to land from Singularity. Earthspike coming at him from Joker. They've caught Midnight Sting. Is it going to be enough? Does get the Hex on him. He's going to go down to Invoker, which is perfect for him. Give your cause the kills. 4 to 6 right now. Things are pretty even with only a 2k net worth lead going to TSG right now, Beth. Not the most in the world, but the game definitely does look like they are on the front foot though.
Those 2 kills they got on the Slog is really big for them this game. It really set the Slog back now. Like, the man was very close to the Kunka in terms of farm. Now he's being caught up to by the tower.
Oh, Blood Arena again dropped here by Frag as the Ghost Ship flies in as well. Singularity is going to get caught. Does use the Ghost Ship. Joker should be dead here on the outskirts. He's going to go down. No dust. It doesn't seem like there's dust here, but it's fine because Vader falls. So Singularity with that help of the Ghost Walk able to get away. That's fine. I don't know if Wiseman needs to have dust at that point because they're pushing tier 1 towers together.
I'm looking at NPG's items, right? And they seem to be building way too greedy as a team composition right now. Like, Necrophos is going Radiance,
Yeah,
right?
straight for
but
the
his
Radiance.
team needs him now. Yeah, he has phase boots, the single tango, and 2 nulls, but he's building into a Radiance. But his team needs him now. He can't be farming right now while his team's suffering. That's what Slog should be doing till he gets his death. Invoker's going into a Ags,
Yeah, but
which
I
he
mean,
doesn't necessarily, I would agree with if he had like a big combo, let's say like a black hole with him, but he doesn't necessarily have that. Like, they have a Lion Stun and a Slog Leash or a Necrophos ulti in a best term condition. But yeah, I would prefer if he went for like maybe a Spirit Vessel for the Mars or the Kunka, or a 4-star maybe even.
I mean, even an early Hand of Midas is great on Invoker because obviously it's going to help him get up that Agnum Scepter a lot quicker. So now he is rushing the Agnum Scepter as well. He maybe doesn't have the most gold in the world, which is tough. He's kind of sitting below mid-table for the net worth as well as a mid-hero, which is not kind of where you want your mid to be. And yeah, he probably could have quicker built a Hand of Midas than what he's trying to rush now. But It's fine. We're going to see what happens in the rest of this game. There, Vader does go down. Frag with another great Blood Arena. See, this man is tanky. You know, you're talking about itemization. This guy's got a buckler with 2 braces.
Yeah, it's those early game items, those little items that help you get farm to build up those bigger items. That's what NPG need right now. But everyone seems to be going a bit too greedy, and our boys TSG might just take over this game before they can get those items that they want.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about like building very greedily from the start versus, like you said, starting out with those small items. You know, it's just the difference. Meatball getting dropped with a huge Reaper Scythe. He's going to take out Visions. So that is him out of the game there as well. Is there going to be Rafiki Korcha in the back? He seems to be fine. He's going to get away as well. Chain Frost getting thrown around the NPGs, but it's fine. They all soaked it up together. Wiseman should fall here. He's going to go down to Joker. They're looking for more Midnight Stings. Going to go down as well. That's 3.
They should just get out.
Well, that was a fantastic team fight from NPG. They did manage to take down 3. 2 supports, 1 core. Visions as well got scythed as well, which means he's going to be out for a longer time, which sucks. I think Kettle's feeling pretty stoked about that move. And it may just translate to them pushing this mid-tier 1 tower of TSG's.
I would like for Slog to get like a BKB right now. He doesn't have any way to purge the silence if he doesn't purge it off.
Oh, Blood Arena is going to get dropped. Does catch through as well as the Ghost ship jumps in. They're looking to take all of them down as well. Visions on the outskirts. He's taking them on. That's 2. Is it going to be 3? Double kill for Visions.
Big, that's big.
Man, dropping that multi-shot. What a freaking ability Ice Frog had to give. You know, what do you think of multi-shot, Beth? Best ability you've seen on Drow?
Dude, I still remember the days of Drow Ranger when the ulti just one shot that you had a bad lane, level 6, you go to the
triangle,
the Chai camp, and you farm your dreams, dude. You just farm your dreams.
Yeah, dude.
On a Mustang, you could farm up a Mustang, dude.
Farm up like a Bentley, bro.
If you want a Rolls Royce, dude, you get.
What's expensive? Something like a Bugatti Veyron, dude.
If you want to farm for 20 minutes, man, go crazy, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, like that multi-shot did a lot of work for Visions there. Of course, it can shoot into the Blood Arena as well, so that was able to take down 3 from NPG, which was great. Yeah, I know you kind of were alluding to the rotations and the TPs from TSG earlier, but that kind of everyone came on that mid tower almost instantly. Hey, Frag was waiting on the outskirts with his Blood Arena. He was pretty ready to start that team fight, and of course, yeah, it did result in them taking 3. So pretty good team comms there. Not bad at all.
No, definitely. I think it's very like the most important tower in the game is the tier 1 mid tower, because that opens up a lot of things on the map, man. It opens up both of your side jungles, so your side jungle to the left and your triangle to the right on Dire. So it is very big that they did defend that.
Yeah, well, look, Midnight Sting's about to deny it, so yeah, rather get it denied than give them the gold. Is someone going to get caught bottom? Blood Arena is getting dropped. They've caught Singularity. Invoker, he should be in a bit of trouble. Your Torrent's getting thrown down outside with the kill. They're going to get tools as well. In comes the Ghost Ship. It's not going to land on him. He's using the Ghost Shard. Scythe coming down, not going to kill Frags. He's too beefy. This man's too tanky. Exia onto Rafiki, not going to catch him as well, trying to get past the Stone Golems though. Luckily they didn't catch him. Torrent with a swap there coming out from Wiseman. Oh, that's Vader. That's Vader. And they're still going for more. He has Midnight Sting. Oh my goodness gracious. Tidebringer taking on Rafiki. Holy smoly. Holy balls, holy moly. Holy cow.
Holy cheese, man.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Well, I don't know what to say else there. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
My baloney, man.
I mean, dude, these guys are just diving tower right now.
And they're doing TI9 OG.
Yeah, well.
Like, I would really like the Slog to go, instead of the Ags that he's trying to get, I would like him to get the BKB rather. Because that way he can just stick on the Drow Ranger killer off, and Muzz and Kunkka poses him no threat, so he can just get stacks on all those heroes, allowing him to just take the game and take the fights for his team.
Rafiki going on Wiseman. Is it going to be enough? He is backed up by Joker and Vader. It is going to be enough. Earth Spike coming out from Joker. They're looking for more. Midnight Sting should be in a big spot of trouble. Bam! There's the frickin' Sunstrike coming out from Singularity. He's not going to get in the kill, but the intention was there. Good for him. Yeah, man, I think BKB, of course, it's all about survivability. You know, you do need to have a BKB. Rafiki's going straight so that he can have his pounds. Been a lot further. I'm assuming it's just for the escapability as well, which I get. But I hear you, man. A lot of people like to overlook BKB. And I think that's to their detriment, though, because BKB just, you know, you need to have that item.
Yeah, man. Like I was watching this one game once, right? And there was this thing this caster said that really stuck to me about BKB, right? So you're a carry, let's say you're the highest net worth in the game, and let's say you have 20,000 and the next highest is like 15,000, but you don't buy BKB. You go into a fight, you get stun locked, and you die. So that 20,000 net worth you had, right, is made useless because you didn't want to spend cash on a 4,000 gold on item that would prevent that. So rather just buy the BKB and ensure that you'll put your net worth to use, man.
But I mean, yeah, it's also an item that's going to save you, dude. Like having 100% magic community, like that's what it's about.
Haste.
And unfortunately, you know, we get the fact that Rafiki's looking to have a much longer pounce, which is fine. But yeah, like you kind of saying, itemization maybe not exactly where you want it to be, but we're going to see how that goes. Vision's jumping in here on the background immediately. Goes for Singularity. Mars spears as well. Landing is going to take him down. Not really. Shouldn't do too much. Smoke getting popped as well. There's going to be Ghost Ride coming in from Quick Tools. Meatball coming down with the multi-shot as well. Fingers not going to take anyone. Visions as well. Gets Scythe. Doesn't work. Goes to ship flying in. That's 2 down. That's 3 down. Is there going to be more here for TSG? Rafiki here on the background. Gets Sinister Gazed up. It's the whole entire team around him. Should he be able to get away? I think he will indeed. They're looking to chase. There's a swap here coming out from Wiseman as well. Rafiki trying to get on the outskirts of the wall. Frag with a spear. Visions with the double
just
kill.
popping off, man. Just popping off.
They, you know what, but Beth, they are using their Blood Arena quite well, and they're definitely making sure they fight around the team fights, which is great. You know, they're speared. They speared Singularity there as well. They kind of kept them out of the fight, which is great. You know, the Frey got it kind of popped the Blood Arena, which is good. You know, they're able to separate NPG, which is great.
And yeah, like I mentioned before, man, our boys Chancellors, they're just a very strong early mid-game team. And know how to bring it to you at the start.
Alright, well, Singularity might just find his demise here as Outsider goes godlike. That's 40 seconds out for Singularity. I don't think he's going to be too pleased with that frag. Catches 2 in the Blood Arena. Sunstrike coming down with the Ghost Ship as well. Double kill there for... Triple kill, in fact, here for Outsider. Buybacks from Joker's, Singularity, and Ket Tools. They're going to try chase off TSG, but there is a mid-rax that's gone. Rafiki jumping in for the action. Could there be a swap coming out from Wiseman? There won't be. Oh,
that's a
boy.
17k lawyer. That's a 17,000 gold lead, man. And he got nothing from those buybacks.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about the 3 buybacks. Well, I get kind of maybe finish in mid. They had to buy back, but yeah. Now they've got to save up again 4 buybacks, and of course they've got their buyback timers as well. Yeah, we can check. So there we go. Kunka with no buyback. Mars is getting his buyback on, but now look at that. So 7 minutes on the Necro, 7 minutes on Singularity, 7 minutes on Joker. Right. So
it's not even about the buybacks, man. It's about how it hurt the economy, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, you know, if NPG had to lose the next team fight, though, they have 3 players that will not be coming back to save the game, though.
Definitely.
Sneak attack?
So Beth, I got to ask you now, what do you want to see from NPG that's going to bring them back into this game? What do they need to be doing right now?
Somehow they need to try to split the map. Like, maybe make Invoke and Slug push out the side lanes. Start trying to get caught, and if they can farm up Invoker's Ags, which he almost has done, and Slog's BKB, they might be able to take a fight successfully.
Yeah, well,
and Necrophos and just Abaddon should just stay right in the middle and just keep the waves from pushing in.
Well, Blood Arena is down and NPG know this. They do have pretty much the whole team chasing down Frag and Visions. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, Hex coming out from Frag. He looks like he's going to be the sacrificial lamb. TSG sneaking around the side. Ghost Ship flying in as well. Is going to catch all of them. Wiseman in there with a decent stun, decent swap. Kid Tools getting stunned. They're trying to escape. It looks like Meatball getting dropped. It's Joker down. That's 4 down. Triple kill here coming out from outside with a huge Tidebringer play. Ghost Ship.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under
It
attack.
looks like it's, and I mean, so this is what I was also talking about, Beth, is now that is Slock and Joker with no buybacks. They are dead. This is probably going to be a straight mid
Slock
push
does have
from
buybacks,
TSG.
man.
Does
But
he?
like, Joker doesn't
Yeah,
have buybacks.
okay, yeah. Slock does have a buyback, so I mean, he might even have to use it. It looks like TSG are going rather for the mega creeps and pushing
Radiant's
straight.
top
They don't
tower
really
is
want to
under
end
attack.
right now. They could have. It looks like
Yeah,
they could have, but
They
they
could
ch-
have, man,
yeah.
but don't risk it.
Radiant's top
Muzz
tower
is a bit
has
low.
fallen.
Jar has a little bit of mana.
Radiant's top barracks
I mean, the
are
Blood
under
Arena's
attack.
back online as well, so I think they team fighting around it. That would kind of make the most sense. So I mean, they kind of look like they're pretty
Radiant's top
much
barracks
geared up
has
to
fallen.
take the fight again. They could. But yeah, Singularity, I think next time if he does want to play an Invoker, I almost feel like a Hand of Midas might be the item he has to opt for first. Just so this Agnum Scepter is something he can pick up quicker. Meatball getting chucked down onto Frag. He's tanking it, he's a hard bugger. Kettles as well. He's getting stuffed on the outside, but Blood Arenas get thrown on to do EMPs come down, and so is the Ghost Ship. Frag looks like his mate just died to Vader as well. It's very close as well. Chain Frost getting thrown around. Takes down 2. Vision's looking for more. X marks the spot here onto Tools, getting thrown into the torrent. Icewall coming out from Singularity, just trying to stop them as well. Visions picks up the triple kill. This man is hungry.
You weren't meant to see. Such as tomorrow.
That's the thing, like I said, so you know, TSG fights around Frags'
Radiant's
Blood
bottom
Arena.
barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom
Oh, check this. X marks the spot back to base to heal up, and he's gonna get pulled back. Don't you like that little trick?
That's the little flick of the wrist, man.
Alright, we've got to pause here. You know what, Beth? A tiny little move like that can almost easily separate you from a 1k and a 2k player. He's brought his player back into the action immediately with full health from the fountain, and Frag doesn't have to walk back or use another TP, which he can't because he doesn't have anyway, or it would have been on cooldown. And yeah, I like to see little nifty moves like that, man. It's efficient.
Yeah, man. It's those little things that help you get that sweet MMR, man. It's those little plays you have to do to be better than your opponent.
But there we
Like,
go.
do those things that they don't.
There we go, dude. Just what did you say? A little flick of the wrist, apparently. All
Little
right.
flick of the wrist play, man.
Yeah, just like a how do you do? How we doing? But yeah, that was a neat one. All right, so checking out Invoker, looking pretty close to having his Agnum Scepter. He does have enough gold for the point booster. It's going to be another 1,000 gold for that Blade of Alacrity, and then the man's good to go. But at the same time, it's going to mean that Singularity is not going to have enough gold. Oh, all right. GG called. Okay, GG called Transverse Gaming taking game number 1. I don't know, Beth, did you even see that GG called it all? That was just like a...
I didn't even see the GG, dude. I was wondering. I'm checking now what happened.
Oh my goodness gracious, I don't know what happened there. Alright, well, that was the end of game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Transverse Gaming take it 32 kills to 11. Beth, let's get a post-game from you.
Yeah, man, that was insane from the boys, man. That was really insane. Do you get one of the boys in for interview, man? Game 1 interview. You think that's possible, Muzz?
We can try.
I think it would be a cool experiment to have, man.
Let me ask very quickly. Let's see. Anyone you don't mind? Any one of the 10 players?
Anybody, man. Even like Wiseman, maybe, man. I wanna tune the man.
Sure. Let's get Wiseman in super quickly. I suppose I've got the power to drag him into this channel. That's it. I've got the power of God here today. Let's see. Wiseman, open that mic.
Oi, wise man, you there, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Always, man. So we taking you in for a post interview, man. So how are you feeling after that match, bro?
Yeah, that was an epic match. We worked around our power spikes and we took advantage of the lead, I think, in that game. I think it actually went very well, to be honest.
At what point, like, if I could ask, at what point did you guys feel like you were the strongest, man? Like, obviously not when you were destroying their throne, but around
I
that.
think that was after the first team fight, actually. We knew that there's nothing that the Slaw couldn't do anything, Invoker, Necro, they couldn't do anything. I think we took that tower then. I think Mars got over like a 4-man out or something, and we destroyed them, and then we just flip and snowballed them from there.
Were you scared when you saw that slog pit, man?
Yeah, we were, to be honest, but we knew we had to rest the lane. I think the 5 minutes, especially the first 5 minutes, were a bit rough, but after we started arresting the slog, and but we basically there wasn't anything that Slock even could do at that point.
I saw you guys took a bit with I saw you guys took a bit of time with the Kunka pick, man. Like you guys like went to the very last second. Like what were you guys discussing? Like what were the other heroes that you guys brought up in mind?
We had two options, Kunka and Magnus. Like we were uh, just contemplating on those two picks, and we just decided, okay, Kunka is the guy that we actually need for. We actually focused on mud there, but that worked out with, and with the Kunka ship with the Mars arena. That was also a good pick.
I've got to ask Wiseman, when Frag threw his first Blood Arena and the Slark pounced out of it, did he know that Slark could pounce out of it, or was he just kind of like, let's see
We
what
all
happens?
thought that Slark couldn't bounce out of his before we when they picked Slark. I asked them, can Slark bounce out of the arena, and they were like, no, we can't. I'm still not sure if he can, but maybe he just jumped out before the holes went up.
No, trust me, he can, dude. It's a confidence thing, dude. I hate it.
Yeah, so yeah, but we weren't bothered by that.
So it's pretty much safe to say that both you and Frag were caught, very much off guard as soon as that Slark did pounce out.
Yeah. I remember him saying a few bad words that happened.
Yeah. Real question. How did the captain feel when they banned Snapfire, man? I'm sure he was infuriated, man.
Snapfire or TA?
Now, when they banned that Snap, man, they banned
or
out the
both.
Snapfire.
Or both.
Yeah, we were honestly, we weren't bothered because we know what that we were gonna pick. We knew we were going with the Lich, Drow, Venge, and Mars. We had those 4 picks like since the start of the game.
Oh,
So
God.
we just worked towards that in the draft.
I see you guys are prepped, man. You guys are prepped. It's good.
Yeah.
Really, thank you very much for the interview, man. Good luck with the second game, bro. I'm
Yeah,
rooting
thanks,
for you
man.
like always, man. I know you guys are gonna do well. Cheers, man.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Muzz,
Well, listen, Beth,
could we
that
get
was
another, like?
that was
Sorry, you speak.
No, I was going to say, Beth, listen, that was very well professionally done. Listen, you've got yourself a call in if things don't work out for you.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much.
All right, so I got confirmation that the lobby is up. So let's take a young look and see what's happening there. All right, Beth, let's get ourselves into this lobby. All right, there we go.
Okay, now we need to fix this camera thing now this time because last time it was a bit bugged, man. I was casting with just the mini man.
Dude, that's just a testament to your skill, dude.
Nah, bro, it was so bad, man. I don't want to experience that again, dude. My eyes, I was squinting the entire time, bro.
I don't know. It should move, buddy.
I think
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, while we are just waiting for the second game lobby to get set up, we are going to have Midnight Sting join us on the casters panel and in the casters booth. We're going to roll with the Tri-Man cast tonight. It should be interesting to say the least. And let's see what a little tidbits of information the man's going to give us. So we're just going to wait a couple more minutes for both teams to get settled in, and then we will be bringing you game number 2 of this VS gaming leg number 1. What? And welcome back, everyone. This is game number 2 between TSG and NPG. TSG Transfers Gaming having won that game number 1. Things look pretty good. We are joined by Midnight Sting. He's going to be pulling, hopefully, a tri-cast with myself and Beth. We're going to see how that works. Midnight Sting, how we doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. And you?
No, fine, Beth. We are well, aren't we?
Oh, we Gucci, man. We Gucci like flip-flops, man.
Well, immediately what I see here is...
Mike, can you guys hear me at least clearly?
Yeah, we
100%.
can.
100%.
Vengeful Spirit getting banned out here. This is maybe a respect ban. I don't know if Wiseman's feeling very chuffed with himself at all. I'm not sure. But first...
I think this might be a respect ban because that Mars and Venge did do a pretty good job in the laning stages of pushing out the Slark out of his farm and stuff. So I think this is really a careful pick that they made here.
Yeah, man. But Wiseman's probably doing a dab right now, man. He's feeling himself, dude. It's like, see, I deserve to be legend, guys.
Yeah, no, dude, he's
I
feeling
think
himself.
He's very chuffed with himself. But also, Wiseman is a calm person, so it's hard to tell.
He's probably celebrating on the inside, man. I know Wise.
Yeah, pretty sure he is.
You know what? He was so super stoked just to be called into the interview, man. He was like, "These bastards, what they're not going to talk to me. Like, what's up?" But yeah, we're doing the most. But lads, let's get back into this draft real quick. So Transfers game, and they've taken out the Lifesteal, the Bristleback, and the Huskar. So 3 very tanky, beefy boys. Any opinions?
Yeah, man. Like I said before, the lifestyle, it just seems the lifestyle and the Bristleback. It just seems like there's just stuff they don't enjoy playing against, so they just ban it out. Huskar also falls into that category. Maybe they don't want to get cheesed. They think it's too strong. Axe is just Axe, man. Initiation very strong.
Can be. Let me just check.
I mean, the Kunka as well getting another respect ban here. So obviously, Outsider feeling pretty stoked with himself. Feeling pretty stoked with himself that there are 2 respect bans coming at you from NPG. A Dazzle pick here going on the side of Transverse. So they get rid of the Huskar. It's quite a decent little old cheese strat where if Huskar ultis in, of course, he loses about half his health and then you just get shallow graved by the Dazzle. Beth, you're probably quite familiar with that old move.
Yeah, man, that's one of the most busted combos, dude. Huskar, Dazzle.
Yeah, Huskar,
that's why they banned out the Axe.
Yeah.
But they banned out the Huskar as well, man. So that's really weird.
Yeah, of course, Axe Cullen Blade able to go through the Shallow Grave, so, immediately kind of we're going to ban the Axe and go first phase Dazzle. NPG
10 seconds
going for
remaining.
that Winter Wave, and we spoke about Beth, so maybe just trying to
5
scare
seconds
off a bit
remaining.
of physicality, from TSG. Maybe you're not going to find a Jar Ranger on Visions again.
I think that's to count out the possible chance of the Jar Ranger.
Yeah, well, I
Like
mean,
Jar
yeah,
Ranger will still do okay.
Yeah, and all the right click heroes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
trying also to counter some main heroes from the TSG guys there.
We're going to have to see what those are. But I mean, it's a decent amount of lockdown as well. I mean, Winter's Curse does provide a little bit of disable as well, which is not bad. So it's a good opening hero. Plus, Winter Waven is just a super strong support. Great in the lane. We were speaking about that earlier, Beth, just kind of what heroes are great laning supports. And now, Venomancer.
This is the thing I really dig about.
Team NPG is building here, eh?
Yeah, man. Like this is the thing I really dig about NPG. Dude. It's like their drafting is really good. Like they did this last game as well. You were in that game, right? Midnight.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, he played
And I'm sure you can be.
Drafting is very
5
nice.
seconds
It
remaining.
really makes you think when you have to draft against them, what to ban, what to keep, and what to pick. It's
Yeah,
really
because you
hard.
really don't know what they're picking, man. Like right now, this Venom monster could be pause 3, pause 2, or pause 4, pause 5.
That's
And
the
they
enough to
same
keep
open
problem we had in the previous
Thank
game.
you.
The Necros, Abba, and Lion. We didn't know which was going in what position until we played. It was really hard to counter pick them because even the Invoker could have gone 5 and Necro mid. So they're really doing more position picks. Makes the guys really think. It's quite hard.
it's a really good thing. That's what I really dig about MPG, man. Their drafting is really big from Rafiki.
Yeah, no, Rafiki is really a nice strategist. I actually like his drafts and stuff. Good player. It was an honor playing against him.
And you, Muzz, you consider yourself the strategist as well?
I've done a fair bit of drafting in my earlier days, so I do enjoy a decent flex pick now and again, picking up an Ogre. Someone like Ogre Marana, you're kind of not exactly sure where they're going to go. And, it is definitely a decent strategy being employed here by NPG just to kind of keep you thinking a bit more. And as, Midnight's thing was telling us, they weren't exactly sure on, kind of what they were going to either ban or counter because MPG kind of were keeping everything open, which is great. IO, coming out here from Transfers Gaming.
IO pick is interesting.
Yeah, it did get banned in the last game. And I do think Shadow is usually the popular one to pick up an IO. So we're going to see if that does take place.
Yeah, man, but the Venom monster, this might be a oversight by them, but the Venom monster kind of does nullify what the IO does a little bit because his W does reduce the healing that's done on IO, which in turn reduces the healing done on the person IO is attached to. So that might be something they didn't realize, but maybe they're confident enough with IO to be like, nah, we cool, we can still go with it.
Yeah, I think they might have overlooked that, but we'll see. I don't know. Carl is quite confident with his IO, and I think this will be an interesting match to see that comes out from Shadow this round.
So, before we get into this Wraith King right now, I must get my 2 cents here, and I'm a little stressed. Transfers game and don't have much in the way of disables right now. Dazzle and IO both do not disable your stun. I think, Beth, we were saying the last time you and I jumped on together is that it's really, really great to have supports that are able to stun and disable. And right now, Transfers Gaming supports don't do that. And they're going to have to pick it up in their cores one way or the other.
But the same can be said for NPG's supports, because that's what I'm guessing the Wyvern and Veno is going. They might not have that much disabled, but the slows from both teams are quite good on the support, so that might help to carry a bit with securing kills with all the slows that they have.
I mean,
Winter can also slow down the ganks with the slows.
Winter Waven does have the Winter's Curse, which is kind of the best disable they've got for now. Plus, they do have a stun coming out from the Wraith King as now.
But that's, once again, that's only from level 6 that Winter Wyvern can counter gang.
Yeah. So yeah, both teams opt in to not really have much stun or disable on their supports. We're going to see if that does affect them in this game. Night Stalker, huge buffs this past patch. He's super strong right now. Very good position 4, position 3 as well. So there is a little bit of flex.
Position 1 too, man. I still remember the meta where position 1 Night Stalker was still popping off, man. Like they
that
haven't
was
really
a
changed
broken
much.
Night Stalker at that time. Yo.
Yeah, like they haven't changed him at all, bro.
The
Like they've
old
hardly
Night
changed him,
Stalker.
man. Like he just seems to have phased out of people's wantingness, man. So
Yeah, he just phased out of picks and stuff. I don't know why. He's still very overpowered.
yeah,
Although
he is still
you
very
do
buzzed.
see the pros, the pro level Dota players do still pick him though.
But not in the carry position anymore, though. Like he used to be
Yeah, he's
meta
like a
carry,
4
but
or
now
something.
he's like an off laner.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
100%, it's definitely, not really a carry right now. But again, Transfers Gaming got a small amount of flex pick there. He can be a 3, can be a 4. Of course, Dazzle can be a mid hero as well, as we definitely know. Looking at guys like Matumberman playing in mid. He did get a bit of a buff now in the patch as well with the Scepter. So we're going to see. But yeah, waiting for NPG to pick up another core. So they do have a Wraith King, definitely a carry or an offlane. I think, Beth, you spam quite a lot of Wraith King yourself, don't you?
So, dude, that is my bread and butter.
What, except for Lone Druid now?
Dude, have you been
I see a
stalking my
disconnect
profile,
there
man?
from TSG side. Wondering, internet playing around a bit.
Team pick.
Razor.
Alright, so Razor, safe lane carry. That's pretty decent.
I think that might be a mid-range Razor, eh?
Yeah, I agree with that. And then a safe lane Wraith King. They've showed their
It's
cores
gonna
right
be
now.
quite a hard position mid that, but I think also it might be a pause-free Wraith King
10
if
seconds
you
remaining.
go on the previous draft that NPG did and the previous draft order.
5 seconds remaining.
So which
Maybe.
means the winner will be a 4.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be pause 1 and from my guess it's probably gonna be pause 1 Wraith King, pause 2 Razor. Like if they really want to mix it up, it's gonna be a pause 3 Razor, but like that's squeezing it, man. But yeah, we just still need to check and see what they pick.
Listen, lads, it's a position 3 Wraith King. I'm going to say it now once, and then we're going to see what happens when the players choose their heroes,
Radiant
okay?
team banned.
So you just...
Okay, dude, am I hearing best boys? Am I hearing?
Pause-free Wraith King.
Alright, so they do ban out the TA yet again. So NPG done a bit of their homework, and they do know that Outsider enjoys this TA. Last ban again, so they definitely are shutting down TSG's strengths. That's fine, you know what, you
10
can't ban or
seconds
pick every
remaining.
single hero in this game, and that is one of the most important things I've learned
5 seconds remaining.
being a drafter.
You
Unfortunately,
pick your poison.
yeah, with like 117 different heroes, you're just not going to
Radiant
ban
team
or
pick.
pick them all. That's just a fact. But tell me, guys, the Slark pick into a static link from a Razor, that's not great because Slark's going to get all his physicality siphoned off him, though.
But like Slark is the
And
better
there's no
hero versus Razor.
disable. The Sark might be in a bad position against this Razor. I wonder what TSG was thinking there.
10 seconds
Like
remaining.
Slark is one of the better heroes versus Razor, man. Like if it was like a lifestealer
5
and then
seconds
this
remaining.
draft that they had, then I'd be crying, man. But at least Slark can kind of make his way away from the static link. He can kind of get away from the static link. So
Yeah,
it
the
could
pound
be.
says he can definitely jump away to break the static link. But once again, that breaks up the fight. And they morph from TSG. Interesting.
No,
there.
that's...
Actually quite a nice pick for TSG there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a mid-morph as well, which is great. Kind of may help them a little bit. If he turns into Wraith King, he's got the stun, which should be good. Plus, you know, something
10
stupid
seconds remaining.
like he can turn into the Winter Wave and steal the Winter's Curse as well, which is going to be pretty great.
Can always take the link from Razer.
Your heroes.
Pause one Razer. Wow.
All right,
Oh, no,
so
this must be a. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Nah, Muzz can't be right, man. Muzz,
This is a
Muzz.
pause free Razer. Or
it's
pause
not
one
a
Razer,
pause
actually.
three
Nah,
Razer.
it's a pause 3 razor.
You know what? Listen, Beth. Listen. This is
a
my
pause
house.
1 SF, dude.
This is my house, Beth. I'm gonna tell you that Wraith King's an offlaner, and you and Midnight Sting can just go sit in the naughty corner somewhere. All right?
Yes, Rave King is definitely pause free. Razer is gonna pause 1 year.
Yeah, it's
But
lit.
Rafiki was
I
the.
told you guys at the start, this is a pause free Rave King.
Oh no, you and Beth did not say that. Please do not shut your
No,
dirty
I
mouth.
did say pause free Rave King.
Listen, shut.
Oh, midnight fisting. Stop trying to
Shut your-
save face, my G. You in here with me, bro. We both were wrong.
Yeah, listen. Take it like a man.
Okay,
Take
if
it
you
like
say
a
so,
man.
I'll take my punches like a man, don't worry.
Yeah, listen, okay. But tell me, gents, I'm a bit concerned here. Rafiki played the Slark last time. Now he's an SF. There's no way that this is a safe lane Shadow Fiend, is it?
I doubt, man.
Like, that's going to shock me to my core.
Prepare for battle.
And I really
Yeah, it's a mid lane SF, man.
I mean...
It's I told you guys. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Muzz, yo. Where's that Wraith King going, man?
Yeah, he's going into the safe
Is he
lane,
going
but...
to the off lane?
Yeah, but Cthulhu's are still playing him. They've just swapped their lanes around, that's all.
Ah, Muzz, he's going to the safe lane, bro.
Yeah, he is going into the safe lane. Okay, good for you. Watch, what now? You want $100 or something?
My ego just feels boosted, man.
That's fine.
Nah, so
Why can I not move my camera?
What a beauty.
Cause who knows? Cause you suck. I'm joking.
Nah, I also have the same problem, bro. But I watch from the mini map,
30
man.
seconds.
You
to
should be
So
able
weird.
to
I
move
don't
your
know why it's
camera.
happening.
All right, so guys, it looks like NPG are doing a bit of the old switcheroo here. We've got Cthulhu's taking his Wraith King into the safe lane, and of course we're gonna have Singularity on the Razor, not playing mid this game, but opting to go for the safe lane so that Rafiki can play mid. So they obviously have a bit of versatility in their team where their players can swap around, you know, depending on what heroes they like to choose. I like that in a team. It kind of shows a lot of strength. Top lane Frag already taken the Arctic Burn. He's not going to go down here trying to get the Void onto Cthulhu's. Cthulhu's trying to break away. Doesn't have the stun. Didn't opt for the stun first, Beth. I don't know what you have to say about that. Maybe safe lane. What's this guy's bloody name? Safe lane Wraith King. Vampiric Aura. Do you like that first? Gives him the extra
like I
damage.
see a lot of people tend to get it now, man, because it gives you that bonus damage to help you last hit better. Some people don't even get Wraith Fire Blast pro level 10, dude. Like I've seen it happen, man.
But I mean,
Pretty.
on a team where you have no stuns, you can't wait till level 10 to pick up the vampire, the Wraith Fire Blast. That just seems weird.
Definitely, he's probably gonna get it up a bit earlier, man.
Maybe even second.
You get nothing.
Unless Mortal Strike is important to him, then...
Now, Mortal Strike is definitely, most probably going to be the second pick, man, and then Wraith Fire Blast third.
Oh man, I was so overconfident and cocky there in the draft. I got Mr. Talia telling me I should tell them. He says, "Yama sehela." Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to probably eat humble pie here because it seems like Cthulhu's walked into the safe lane. So, for once in their lives, Beth and Midnight Sting are both right. It's fine. It won't happen that often.
Yo, Muzz, you just need exception, man. There's no need to be salty, bro.
Sore loser, yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, it's fine. I'll eat humble pie. I'm not stressed about life. Morph doing
Interesting
pretty...
and signature move here from TSG with the Observer there in the dire top jungle. Blocking out that small free crab so that they cannot get pulled.
Alright, so this is what I was talking about in the draft, boys. The Slark into the Razor might be a little problematic because Singularity's already put a static link here onto Vision, siphoning a bit of his damage. And the swap, we obviously understand exactly why the swap had to take place. So, kind of Vision, does he struggle to get last hits when he gets kind of linked like that? The man's not going to be able to do any damage in lane.
Might be a little bit tough for him, but
Should be okay, you're right.
yeah, I think he should be okay.
All right, pause coming out here. Now, I have seen Shadow play the IO on his team before. He's not doing it today. Got Wiseman on the IO, which is a little unexpected because I kind of assumed that Shadow was kind of the better of the IO players in his team, but it seems that because they want the IO in the offlane, it's going to go to Wiseman, and Shadow's going to take the Dazzle. But yeah, hopefully Wiseman plays a cracker IO. We're just going to have to see how that goes down.
Yeah, Midnight, bro, can you move your camera? Because I still can't, bro.
No, also same. My camera is frozen on the dial.
All right, gents, so let's just have a breakdown of what's going down so far. We've got the Wraith King top of the CS charts. We've got literally 4 supports at the bottom with no last hits just yet. What do you lads kind of have to say so far? Two and a half minutes in.
Nice and nice coming in from the support.
Yeah, okay.
That Raven looks like he has quite an easy lane going on there with 12 last hits and 3 denies.
All right, well, we're back in the action. At least.
Morph also seems to be doing pretty well versus the SF, man. But that lane should turn very quickly once SF gets like very high levels in his razors and gets more souls up. Then he can just dominate the morph.
He can, yes.
The thing with an
SF,
SF,
lane for a morph going,
the thing with an SF is he's a glass cannon, which means he can hit you really hard, but he's really soft. And someone like Morph is probably gonna burst the hell out of a SF though. You know, he's gonna need to get a BKB. He's gonna need to like be able to not die, get a Yule Scepter possibly, or the Shadow Blade. But SF is squish, boys. Let's be honest. He is soft and he dies quick.
Fully agree with you there. But then as well, the morph should be very careful with his agility and strength, because when he goes full agility, he's also a glass cannon and can be burst down quite easily by the team of NPG.
Yeah, if SF goes Shadow Blade and catches the Morph off guard, then yeah, man, Morph is in very high risk to the SF, man. And I was talking more about in terms of lane, dude. Like Morph does eat up SF for dinner later into the game, but at the first 10 minutes, it's SF's game.
For dinner. All right, well, we do have another pause, so maybe let's keep everyone engaged this time. I think there was quite the sound of silence last time we had a pause. Old Fraggy seems to be struggling right now.
My game disconnected me.
Ah, okay. Well, the rest of us are in game.
Yeah, just make your way back, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I'm here. It's just the previous pause. My game disconnected me. I wasn't in game.
What I like about SF, he's got a lot of wave clear as well. You know, all those razors help him to push a lane and secure farm, which is great. Yeah, he's got 11 last hits right now. He's a little bit behind the Morph, but I mean, still, you know, it's great to have wave clear. You know, when you look at like a Lina, a TA, and SF.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
But like looking at these two drops, man, I want you guys' unbiased opinion. Who do you guys think is gonna win this game based off drops alone?
The draft alone, I think NPG has a very good chance. The Razor just steals a Slark's damage. The Shadowfiend can just burst through that Morphling. The Venom Poison, always a good ability to have. And the Winter Wyvern can always easily take out the Ire with her Curse. That means there's no healing for the side of TSG. So, like I'm looking here now, I really think that NPG has a good chance of winning this game.
You, Muzz? How do you feel about?
You know what? So, kind of to maybe counter a bit of what Midnight is saying there, you know, there is a Slark with a Morph on the side of TSG, plus a Nightstalker as well gets super beefy. I like the heroes, I think, on TSG's side. They're very strong. You know, Slark, excellent core laner. He's very strong. Morph as well, exceptionally strong right now. Nightstalker as well, with all the buffs he's had, are fantastic. Plus, he's got an IO in the team. As long as Wiseman can play a good IO and not break the tether of this team, or at least not have the team break his tether, I think things are going to go pretty well for them. So, I suppose let me just be the guy that kind of... I don't know what the words are here, shakes up this panel a bit, and I'm going to say TSG. Although, actually, maybe let me not be so quick to say that. When I look at the Winter Wave and Winter's Curse, might be pretty good against having a Slark and a Morph. So like Midnight said, yeah, someone like an IO, he's going to get burst super quickly. Maybe using it on Dazzle so there's no Shadow Blade, what's it called, Shallow Grave that comes out as well. That would be a good place to start. So, it's tough to say. I mean, you know what, I'm still going to say TSG, because I think, fine, you can only Winter's Curse one hero. Maybe you pick up like a Lincoln's or a Lotus Orb, and then it's kind of mitigated quite immediately. Yeah, I'm going to go TSG. I don't know, Beth, what you're going to have to be like the decider, because we won a piece right now, so...
To be honest, I was thinking MPG for a second, because I was thinking about how their draft is a lot easier to execute. Like, there's a lot more space for error on TSG's side with the Morph thing and the side.
Winter Wyvern clipping low there.
Yeah,
but yeah,
safe lane, getting TSG actually getting the first kill on Frag.
But yeah, man, I think that I just thought about it, and I thought that TSG just have a much harder spike, man, with their Morphling and the Slark. If Morph and Slark just get off to a good start, they just run over this game. Like, hands down.
Yeah, so that's definitely true.
It's much more easier for them in that
jumping up in network thanks to that with the Wyvern kill, changing up that safe lane, that top lane for NPG a bit.
I mean, as well, they're not as late game, or at least not that I'm saying MPG are late game, but the fact is Morph and Slark are going to go like this. Like, they're going to be banging it. You know, 25 minutes, they want to be rolling, they want to be fighting. And kind of, you know, if TSG understand what their window is, they're going to try, you know, be running at NPG by that 25-minute mark. That's my opinion. Shadow bottom.
Yeah, and the heroes just work really well against the NPGs.
Yeah, Singularity picking up.
First kill for Razor.
Yeah, gets himself killed as well as Joker tries to get a poison touch. He did, in fact, but I mean, Visions is here to try and look for him. So that's 2 going down. Of course, TSG winning that fight because they took a call for a support. So, you know, Shadow, I think he's fine with that. You know, supports, Midnight's thing, you're a support yourself. You kind of know you have to die for the team.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, Midnight, what did
lane
you play
dropping a
last
bit low
game?
by TSG side.
He played the Lich.
You played the Lich last game.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. That Lich and Mars combo, dude, that was insane, man.
Yeah, no, that Lich and Mars combo was very nice. Funny thing is, we actually practiced it in a game before we actually played NPG. We were quite warmed up with it.
Oh, did you play these guys before, man?
No. We did a practice match before we started this match, yeah.
Okay, I see. That's
Razor in the top lane looking for some ganks. See, didn't find anything and moving back down. Board. Is this a pause for Razor?
No, he rotated up top.
yeah, nah, yeah.
Look at the last hits and everything, levels and stuff. This is a pause for Razor.
Radiant are
Nah. He has farm priority, man. I can see it. He has more
No.
last hits than
Razor.
Defender. I just think that he tried to make something happen top.
Could be.
The round isn't good.
Yeah, guys, remember Razor TP top to help, leaving Joker alone in his lane. It's definitely not a position for Razor at all. He's got the, as Beth is saying, kind of the, I don't know what you call it, the last hit kind of priority. Just left the lane. I don't know why, because he's not playing mid this game. So I don't know if Singularity really needs to rotate like that, because now he's been out of his lane for a while. It's given Visions a good opportunity to get last hits and farm as a Slock. You cannot have something like that. Here, top lane action going down. Cthulhu should be able to fall. He's going to. He takes that Wiseman first with him, but without falling himself. Frag looking for a bit more action. Going on here onto Vader. He is under tower though. Don't think he's going to be able to finish him off without dying. TP coming at you from Singularity once again as well. It's going to be able to take the... Oh my goodness gracious. Well, there we go. Okay, so Singularity does pick up the kill with the plasma
Nice kill
field.
for Razor. They got nice golden XP tanks with a double kill on Night Stalker.
That kill on Night Stalker is big, man. Because that guy was top net worth. And also the kill on
Very big
Wraith King.
kill for the MPG.
Yeah, it's good that they killed him. He was top net worth, man. But Wraith King dying
Gave
there.
Razor.
Because Wraith King was close. He was almost on his way to top net worth, man. And looking at Wraith King's items, he is rushing that Radiance. And he has a trusty shovel just chilling in his stash. Maybe that's the effective way to use it, boys. You know, Stonks, man. It'll just use it itself, man. You know what I mean?
But you know, Beth, this is like what you were saying in the first game as well, is that MPG, they want to kind of rush very big items instead of having smaller items to build up first.
Going on the Dazzle bot, getting Joker actually getting the kill there.
And like the thing is, he is pretty much essentially now a safe lane carry in the lane. He could start off with like a Bracer or a Wraith Band, you know, even into something like a Sange. But no, he goes straight for the Radiance. And I just don't know.
Racing.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just pushing like those big items so early just can be a little detrimental, I think.
Usually for racing, that is the way to go, but people tend to go phase boots, sometimes maybe even power treads, but I've been seeing a lot more phase boots, and then they get like maybe like a naked wand, and a naked gloves of haste, man, just to accelerate their farm. Not like a straight Radiance rush. They get that like 1 or 2 small items to help them get, but he's just rushing the whole thing.
But I see this Wraithing also went for the farming build on the Wraithing and not the fighting. So it looks like this Wraithing actually does want to sit back a bit, farm his Radiance up and then start fighting.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because his team is very greedy though, because I think, you know, SF's looking to do the same, Razor's probably looking to do the same, and then you've got Ketools as well trying to farm a Radiance. And I'm not saying TSG is not greedy, they definitely are. You know, they got a Slock and a Morph. But, I don't know, all these heavy late game items they're trying to rush right now. Maybe was the weak point for NPG in the last game.
I like what the
Morphling quite went up quite a bit now with all of his last hits. 88
Dyer's
last hits,
middle tower
18
is under attack.
nice. 13 above, sorry, 21 above the Shadow Fiend. Quite nice boost there for the TSG side.
quick maths. I would like the Razor to get a
Dyer's
instead
middle
of going
tower
for
has
the
fallen.
Sanjin Yasha that he went for. I would have liked him to get a Yule Scepter. That would help him keep the slot in place, and then
Yes.
maybe go like a halberd right after, because then it will stop Morph and what's his name now from attacking. But he seems to be trying to go a Persuader's second carry, which
Oh,
I'm not a huge fan of, man.
oh, Beth,
Like
you're
going to Sanjin Yasha.
Beth, you're amazing, dude. Quick maths, bro. I'm just having a chuckle here to myself as you speak. Sorry, I'm just amused.
No, don't worry, we hear you laughing.
I'm
It's
gonna,
like a small girly giggle wheezes coming out of your mic.
I'm gonna have to just fold up my mic so I can be mute myself. You guys can have the cast. Sorry, just entertain. You guys are brilliant. This is why I like an extra man on the panel. You know, it's a bit of a try cast. You know, try new things, get different flavor in. It's great. Give me something to chuckle at in this game. Bottom lane, Vision shall leash onto Singularity. Is it going to be enough? Should be able to take him down. Plasma Field coming out, not going to do enough though. He does go down. Shadow Grave coming out here onto Shadow himself. Joker should be able to go down as well. Double kill here for Visions. That's perfect because he's going to get the Essence Shift stacks as well.
Gang coming top. Morphling moved top to help out Io and Night Stalker.
Alright, that's Frag jumping in with the ultimate as well. Does drop the Void. He's going to be onto Vader.
It actually kills the Io. Puts him back in a bad position there.
Alright,
Frag actually coming out. Support for support. Still chasing the Wraith King once more.
Yeah, things
Driving that tower again isn't a good idea.
It might not be. It might just be. He might die now as the Wraithfire Blasters coming up from Kettles. They're looking to chase him outside. He is here with the Morph
still there to support him.
Into a Razor. He's got the static linked up. Joker on the outside, throwing out the Gale. They're chasing down Singularity. It's not enough because he's got the static link on him. As you said, Midnight. Good call.
Yo, as soon as Morphling gets that E-Blade, man, he's like 400 gold away from that dude. Like, just dies continuously. Like, to one
that Morphling with the static link is actually quite dangerous. That continuous attack with attack speed and the agility morph, he might burst down that Shadow Fiend quite easily.
He doesn't even need that, man. He just needs the E-Blade combo and then SF just dies, dude. SF has no stats on him. He has 1.2k HP, dude, and that E-Blade pump shot should just kill him off easily.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I see that Outsider is 200 away from his E-Blade. Quite nice timing on that, 16 minutes.
Dude, that's insane.
He just picked it up.
My E-Blade usually come around 20 minutes, dude, while they're knocking on my racks, dude. And my team's begging for me to help, bro.
There is an invis frag as he does go into Rafiki. Rafiki does drop the ultimate as well. He's going to be taking down Visions. Looking for more. Turns his attention onto the II. Is going to get both Singularity with the Plasma Field. Looks for Rafiki. Rafiki goes down. Frag having a good time there, causing a bit of trouble as well. Winter's Curse onto the Dazzle. Should be able to pop him. Not going to be enough as the Shadow Grave does come in as it gets the TP back to base. Should be able to make it. That's going to be a 3-for-1 trade. Frag was there invis in the middle of the river the whole time, just waiting, and Rafiki, of course, with no... he didn't have a... not an observer ward, he didn't have a sentry down, he couldn't see Frag hidden in the river. And yeah, that was a 3-for-1...
Nice play from TP, NPG here.
Yeah.
That was big.
Get ahead, push the mid tower. Very nice play. They know that they got a lead there, that they got a spike. Very well played from them there.
Yeah, man, like I mentioned before, the mid tower is the most important tower. Now it's good that they both, like, they prioritize it and make sure that, okay, they took out mid tower, we must make sure we get their own.
And the Dire top pressuring Radiant's top tower, but I see that Outsider has TP there to get the free farm there. And NPG looking like they do want to set up to take the bottom tower.
Yeah, well, they do have a siege creep with them, so they are going to be able to push bottom quite comfortably. Singularity, he's in charge with that. There's a ping out here coming from yellow. That's Shadow. He's TPing in. Don't know if he's going to be able to stop much. Maybe doesn't see Rafiki or Joker. Might be in a spot of bother here. Vision's coming around as well. I don't know if it's going to be 3 versus 2. I mean, it will be 3 versus 2. Is it going to be enough
Looks
though
like
to take
3
it?
versus 2 there. Catour's getting the kill on Wiseman.
Oh, yeah, Shadow doesn't have TP to get on. Actually, in fact, he does. No, he doesn't. Some
And
cooldown.
Shadow also falls.
Ah,
2
okay.
kills and a tower for the side of NPG.
Now MPG is actually racking up these kills.
Killing the Winter Wyvern mid.
MPG's
But he's
racking
in
up these
trouble
kills,
now
bro.
because the Wraith King and Razor is there.
MPG looking a lot more in control of the second game. Pushing towers when they need to, grouping up a lot more often, kind of fighting around their
Oh, no,
strengths.
they definitely picked it up from the last game.
But also they know they're at a window because they know the Slock and the Morph can snowball. So the thing is, NPG know they need to push hard and fast because if this game kind of starts going over the 25-minute mark, you know, let's look at Outsider. So he does have that Ethereal Blade. He's ready to fight. There's already a Spirit Vessel here on frag as well. So decent power spikes, maybe a smoke to come out from TSG. But NPG have to be pushing hard and fast because they do have, I think, a very specific window that they can win in.
I think it's accurate that you say 25 minutes. I think from 25 minutes on that
Oof, big burst there onto Joker. Looking for more Void Cat coming out on Contours, but Winter's Curse is going to stop him right in his tracks. Shadow coming around the side, not going to do too much. They're a little apprehensive about fights, and Spirit Vessel coming up from frags. It's going to be fine. Doesn't want to dive the tower.
Shadow Fiend flanking them there.
Oh boy. Oh, big Ethereal Blade. There's shotgun as well. Is Davenport going to be able to throw him? He's not going to ace. Heals here onto
There's
Contours.
also big fights going on here in the fire top jungle.
Outsider picks up the kill there onto
Outsider getting the
Catuls,
kill.
turns his attention onto Singularity. He's got the Spirit Field S on him. Big Requiem of Souls there coming up from
before he died at least.
Oh, the tether, the plays here from Wiseman gets himself out, but he does get blasted. Shadow Graveyard coming out onto Outsider. They able to TP out. Whew. Escaped it from TSG.
And just look at this beautiful play.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire team fighting in the jungle, Visions seeing and taking the opportunity and pushing bot takes the tier 1.
Yeah, man, like the fight. I don't even remember. Did someone die there from the side of MPG?
Yes, the Wraith King did, but he did get his radiance before he died, so
it wasn't really a big loss on their side, man. So
no,
like,
it was not.
yes,
I
he
think
did
it was a
do.
win because now the Wraith King farming will actually go up.
Yeah,
definitely.
Not much of a loss as what TSG experienced there. Oh, I mean, kind of it was a yes and no because Visions was able to push, you know, out bottom lane. There was a bit of kind of space created as well, so...
Yeah, they managed to take the Wraith King, man. They take their carry 5 versus 4 while their carry was busy farming in a different lane. So that was pretty big, man.
Yeah. I'd say, yeah,
But
definitely...
I still don't think it's such a big loss for Wraith King because of that radiance that he picked up. I think he will actually be able to bounce back from that quite easily.
Well, yeah,
And
decent...
it saves his face right there.
Yeah, well, decent item for him to have now, you know, gonna be creating a mischance on the Slock on the Morph, which is, you know, exactly what kind of he needs this item for. Plus he's got a Dragon Scale, which is great. He's getting
And
armor.
the BKB pickup from the Shadow Fiend, so I think we might see a lot of fighting start happening. See that the Winter Wyvern actually picked up a smoke, maybe looking for initiation somewhere on the lone farming Visions.
Yeah, it's time for them to use their power spikes. So of course they've got a Radiance, like you said, they've got the BKB on Rafiki as well. So I think it's definitely a good option for Fodder here to get the smoke out. They are looking to group up a bit. Might just be a 3-man smoke with the other 2 shown in lane. Okay, there we go. So who's their target? It might be Outsider. But Morph does have escape with a Shallow Grave behind him. No one really to pick off here if you're NPG. Oh, and not now when Joker's out like that. Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Big
TSG need to group up now, man. They need to get together as 5.
You know what? You say that, but look at that Winter's Curse. The Winter's Curse is gonna frickin' smack you if you R5, and Shadow there fell very quickly. You know what? He's
Clark picking up his Radiance to keep his team alive in the 5-man fights.
Who's this?
Visions. Picking up his Radiance to keep the
Visions with the Radiance?
Fight. No, Aghanims.
I was just about to say I don't think Stark needs to have a Visions as well.
I mean,
Aghanims on Slark is actually quite interesting because when everyone's next to Slark, they all get his ultimate. That's going to be a big help in the team fights, especially with the Night
Oh, no. They changed it now, man. They changed it now. Now it just makes it 2 bounces.
Yeah, it gets a longer. Yeah, it gets a longer extra pounce.
They changed it.
Come on, man. You need to be up to date.
Not too bad because now it's more escape from Singularity's link that he has.
Yeah, but I would have preferred if he had rushed the BKB rather than the Avs. I feel like that would let him fight up against the SF and all the controls that NPG do possibly have. Because then they could just snowball with that. But the Ags is okay.
Outside getting the kill there on Rafiki. Nice pickup from TSG. Now looking for more with Frags jumping in on Singularity.
Did get Winter's Curse though.
NPG coming to help out mid.
Is it gonna be enough though? They got Kitul's coming here with the Red Fire Blast. His reincarnation is gonna pop back up. They're going for Jockey on the outskirts. Should be able to pop him. One more shot there from outside is gonna do the work. That's 3 down for NPG, which is an absolute game changer. And that Winter's Curse didn't even kill Frag. And it kind of shows you kind of how tanky he is. He's picked up 2 braces yet again this game. And going back to the slots.
4K lead here for TSG. I think they might start taking advantage of the tower spike that they've just got. 4 kills, looking for more. Maybe gonna push that mid tower now.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. TSG's lineup, man. They have this clinical finishing about them. Like their lineup has this very type of fatality vibe that they have. Like if they hit the spike and they just run at you, NPG heroes can't really. I really like the choice for SF to get a BKB straight up that allows them to stay alive in these fights. Wraith King is going for Ags. I'm not 100% sure about that decision. Maybe if he had gotten himself a halberd, he could like actually man fight them more for the slot. Maybe got a BKB rather. The Venom Monster should have gotten like a vessel as soon as possible. Like if he should still try to get it, even though Morph does have a BKB.
I think the Winter Wyvern has a vessel pickup. Yes.
Nah, she only has a Shadows, man. But I think Venom Monster was +4, so he does have a bit more farm than the Winter Wyvern. So that should have been a priority on him.
Yeah, well, technically he should, but the thing is,
looks like the Venom is thinking of building GG boots to keep his team alive there.
Yeah, but I mean, MPG obviously do need that Spirit Vessel because you have to be able to put it on Morph just so you can sort out kind of the mana regen. And then I do agree with you there, Beth. I don't know if Wraith King really does need the Scepter versus having something like a Heaven's Halbert's a lot better because you do need to disarm someone like Slark and Morph. It's a lot more important.
Or even a Basher on the Wraith King would have worked nicely.
And again, you know what, the thing is, itemization is so important in this game. It's going to win you or lose you the game, because if you can't disarm a Slark, like right now, Vener's getting gone on.
Going in there solo. Team's still a bit far behind him.
He might just die here as well. They're getting static link here from Singularity, going into him as well. Outside, jumping in hugely. There's the Winter's Curse on him as well. It's not going to do anything. He's not surrounded by anyone. Vision's jumping here onto Fadas are going to do a lot. He heals himself up. Frag here, disrupting the fight. Takes down the Wraith King.
Down.
Singularity trying to look for more. There's going to be a Shallow Grave here coming straight onto Visions. Oh, he gets away. He doesn't get away, he does. But that's still a 2 for 3 trade right now. Singularity still fighting, trying to siphon off the frag. Move the left here outside, is still fighting.
Looking for more. Feels like he can.
Does have ages, man. He should be able to get out of here.
No, that man's gonna fight you. Just get stunned by Cthulhu. He's surrounded by 3. Is the guy gonna be able to get out? He's looking, he's gonna TP. There's no lockdown.
Back to base.
There was about 3 seconds left on that Wraith Fire Blast, so.
Frag's still thinking about it if the IO they're supporting him, but also decides to fall back. Decides that the buyback from Shadow Fiend was worth it.
Nah. The buyback wasn't worth it, man. You got nothing from that fight, dude. Like they got everything that they got before you even bought back, so they got nothing more after the buyback. That was a bit of a waste from Shadowfield, man.
Yes, no, it was definitely a waste for Shadowfiend, but it was a. What I said was, I think it was the TSG that got the win there with the Shadowfiend buyback and not actually getting a kill on the outsider.
Yeah,
And
true.
then outsider they're killing the Shadowfiend again. No buyback.
Yeah, Shadowfiend really struggles versus the Morphing, man. He can't do much versus that hero. He just gets right in his face and then just pummels him to death, man.
Yeah, well, outside of looking for more, gets himself a double kill.
Now.
Yeah, but I mean, exactly, Beth, like you said, you know, he jumps on the SF, kills him so quickly, looks for more, goes in the Singularity, gets a kill again, and that's just morph things, guys. He's big, he's strong, he's got an Ethereal Blade, he's going to do the most. I mean, he's gone godlike right now, he probably hasn't died. You see he's 9 for 4.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Dude, flipping outsiders are going god mode. Dude, this guy is a godly player, bro. Insane.
He's doing the
Not
most this
fearing
game.
anything, and then also a nice play there from Wiseman, pushing the top lane so that they can get the top tier 2 tower, while the rest of the team is keeping them busy mid.
Yeah, that's really good insight there. But I really doubt they can take a Rax here, bro. They don't seem too confident, man. Breaking did get his axe, so we can see what that gets up to, see if that does something for him. I'm actually pretty interested to see what the effect this axe has on the game. It might be a hit or it might be a very, very big miss.
Io looking to build actually got the lockdown of the Rod of Atos. Will help the fight a bit more.
Dude, I swear to God, dude, like I played with this Io that like the only item he had was a heart, dude. Legit, he only had one heart, dude. And he had no other items. But Wiseman is the only person I know that would build a Rod of Atos on Io, dude. Like, have you ever seen that?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I think I'm also a quite decent player, IO player, but I will never go Rod of Atos.
I swear to God, he's the only person I'll see go Rod of Atos
I
on
would
Io.
rather go to support the guys, build an Ag and keep my spirits up so that we can get the hero damage. But this Wiseman always coming out with the next level plays. Like you see there, he has Rod at the cannot see because I can only see my minimap.
Oh goodness, well they're fighting here in the Dire jungle as well. Decent TP out here from Wiseman. He's coming back though, and there's about 3 surrounding him, which is going to be trouble. 2-for-1 trade, there's frag those.
Morphling.
Oh, I was going to come back and no one's trying to even surround him. I don't know why MPG wouldn't try to take that fight. Wiseman's very lucky there.
Trying to defend the racks they bought.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, Vision's an outsider taking quick set of racks in the bottom lane. Listen, boys, so you guys are on analysis, yet you're talking such rubbish about why IO would need a rod. Remember we said TSG has got no catch on their team, so why would you not build an item that gives you catch? Can you please just tell me this?
No.
Yes,
it's a good item. We never said it's a bad item. But I would just say, rather give that rod to the Dazzle than the IO.
You both were just full of nonsense about it.
I'm just saying that Wiseman is the only person that I would know that would do this crazy
coming there, the Dire top jungle. The tool's actually getting vision outside again, the return kill on the Fiki.
She killed the slog, man. That's massive.
Yeah, double kill here for outsiders. It looks for more. He's getting static link by Singularity. He's been able to get away. He's got the poison on him. Singularity is still looking at a fight. Does have the Spirit Vessel from Frag. Gale comes out, doesn't reach. So that's only that's a 3-for-1 actually. Only Visions fall in. So things looking pretty good there for TSG in that fight.
Side on that Slark though.
Yeah, but I mean equally a big kill on Rafiki and Ketuls as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. If they could have gotten a kill on Visions without losing the Shadow Fiend and Wraith King, NPG would have been in a good position.
And I mean, that's like what I was saying, boys. Here's a glass cannon, you know, SF is going to get burst down pretty quick. And
1081 damage from Slark to the Wraith King. Oh,
yeah,
sorry, Shadow Fiend.
Shadow Fiend was top net worth for a bit, man. He was top net worth with Morphling for a bit. Now he's fourth place behind the Wraith King. And that's because he's just been killed repeatedly by the Morphling over and over and over again. And he's been trying to get this Desolator for the past like 6 minutes, man. And it's just a bit of it's a dream right now, man, because he just keeps dying over and over again. Game's really hard.
Game's definitely hard. I see also Singularity trying to pick up the BKB for the Baron fights. Finally, Wraith King listening to some advice and getting the Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, and he should
But
have.
I feel like it. Yeah, sorry, man.
No,
If he gets that Heaven's Halberd, it will be a game changer. But
Yeah,
will it be fast enough? As you can see, that the TSG already has a 16k lead in gold.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, kind of if Cthulhu's kind of opted for the Heaven's Halberd first before that Agnem Scepter, you know, he would have been able to shut down the carries of TSG a lot sooner in fights. So yes, he is going for the Heaven's Halberd, and that is great. But it's often an item that just brings back your hero so they're not slain for 7 seconds. I mean, yeah, sure, that's great. It still means Slark can hit you. It still means Nightstalker can hit you. It still means the Morph can hit you. And it's just, it kind of shows you that itemization is just so important in a game like Dota. You have to be buying the right things for what you are facing. And that's just it.
At the right times, and right things at the right times. It's all about timing.
Yeah, but do have the Deso pickup here onto Rafiki, so he's going to be hitting the crap out of these guys with the armor reduction as well. Is it enough? Is it going to save the day, boys?
Slark 800 away from his Abyssal.
Talking about Slark, he does jump into the fight as well. Ultimate coming at you from there. They're going to jump into the high ground. Followed up by Wiseman. Here comes the outsider. Big burst. Are they looking for more? That was a Requiem from Rafiki. Doesn't kill anyone as well. In fact, their Wiseman goes down. They're looking for more. Cthulhu's going to go down. Oh, it does get the heal in. Well done there from Fada. That's 2 down. Looking for more. That's 3.
They're actually winning this fight, man.
They did. They won the fight. That's out. The fight's over. Singularity does fall. But, man, guys, that heal, that cold embrace from Fada was amazing. Cthulhu's must have been surviving there with about 10% health. Oh, here we go. Talking about Cthulhu's, he might just go down as well.
Busy there looking for more kills.
Yep, does take him down.
But he's alone, nobody to save him. Does TP back to base, and he gets stunned.
No death by neutrals. Oh,
that's big. That's big.
Oh, that's a
1.1k gold, man.
That almost finishes the Heaven's Halberd for the Wraith King. Only less than 100 away from it.
He didn't get the kill though. SF picked up the kill, 1100, which is great because he's going straight for a Crystallis, which is awesome. And I'm not going to say he almost got the Daedalus because he doesn't. But he does have an item that he's bringing to himself very quickly. And yeah, NPG looking to push the mid lane out just a bit. Not enough time as Visions is coming back, but you know, look at that outsider out for a minute. And guys, a minute in Dota is an absolute lifetime.
And also, that was a 4k net worth jump for the side of NPG.
Yeah, it was 17k, but they managed to turn that fight around and now drop it down to 10k, man. SF is hitting for about 400 damage each, man, before he even gets that Daedalus, bro. Once he gets that Daedalus, he's going to be critting for 1.1, 1.2. This could catch out the Slark, the Morph, one pop the Rod of Atos, Wise Man, Io, and even threaten the Night Stalker.
Yeah, Frags with more actions, gets a Void here onto Fada. Is there going to be enough? Gale coming out as well with the stun from Cthulhu's. They're backing off though. Listen guys, Nightstalk is just that hero. He disrupts the fights, he does a lot of action. Frag plays him really well, or at least he's playing him really well in this game. He's causing havoc, and that's the point of a Nightstalker. Get in, disrupt the fight, separate them, cause away from supports. I think Frag's been doing that this game.
Yeah, man, I would have liked him to rather get himself a Blink Dagger. I see the point of BKB so he doesn't get disrupted in fights, but
you're never satisfied.
Yo, dude, you could say I'm never satisfied, man. But
he must have a
Blink.
Blink.
My 500 MMR K analysis plays, bro. But if he had gotten, let's say he had foregone, let's say the Solar Crest and just kept the normal medallion and gotten himself a Blink Dagger with this BKB timing right now, that fight's off. If he blinked with the blink, if he had, and
Radiant's
blink
top
on the
tower
Wyvern,
has
man. Like,
fallen.
they win majority of these fights straight up because Wyvern's the one that's winning these fights for the side of NPG.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that winners curse earlier being kind of one of the few disables on his team. Of course, it's going to really help when you're up against something like a Morph and a Slark. We did see how the Dazzle got absolutely burst to crap earlier. Also the right target because no one is going to get shallow graved as well. So I do like Farder's thinking on his team. It's good. But now, guys, I do have to ask this question because it's important. With the 10k net worth lead on the side, you have TSG. What do you want to see NPG doing to kind of turn this fight around? Because I think they are on the back foot right now. They're defending the high ground. Is there something they need to do to maybe swing things?
The problem right now is they don't necessarily have any form of initiation other than the Wraith King stun. But like that's very unreliable because it's a projectile, or the Shadow Fiend, Shadow Blade, and ulti. Like I would want them to smoke, but I'm not sure how they're gonna kill one of the cores, for example, Morphling or Slark, because they don't have those solid initiations on their side. So I think it's best for them now to just try fight high ground and try to take another fight like they did previously.
Yeah, and just kind of
Yeah,
win
I
the
do
high ground
see
fight.
2 4-stars on the supports of NPG. Maybe trying to get in there and get their big ultis off.
Oh, here comes the big ulti from Frag as they're jumping outside and trying to burst Fodder. He's going to get saved very temporarily by the Wraith King. They're looking for more. Here comes Joker. Should be able to go down very quickly as well. Does pop up the ultimate. But outside of Bane for blood, he's looking for more. He's not going to go down here as well. That is Wallace falling there as 2 go down on the side of MPG as well. Is outsider going to go down here? He does get the red fire blast. There is going to be a decent Shelly Grave here coming out from Shadow.
Dude,
Rafika
this
the double
is
kill as he
insane.
pops a Requiem.
This is insane. Slark needs a BKB, man. You can't keep dying like this, bro.
Yeah, he's got BKB, I don't know what you call that, in the
He has it
stash.
queued up now.
Yeah, he's got it queued up.
Yeah, is it lined up? Yes.
And you know what, so Beth, that's kind of the same mistake we saw in the first game, is that Rafiki also wanted to go straight for the Agnum Scepter without a BKB, and now Visions, in turn, looks like he's making the same mistake. Where fine, he's got the longer pounce, it's the second pounce, it's great. He's got escape, but there's no survivability. And exactly like you said, now you're kind of saying, well, Visions is dying a lot in fights, and it's not great because he's the core, he needs to do damage. And yeah, BKB with only 900 gold, this man is very, very far away from the item right now, and being out for 40 seconds doesn't help you either.
Yeah, man. Like this the 17k lead that they had before is now turning around very, very, very quickly. Now, Dyer looks like they're gonna get both outposts unless our boy Shadow can go sneak it back. Wiseman looks like he's trying to do that. But yeah, like MPG is turning this game around. Even though they one max is down. I feel like TSG are playing a bit overconfident. They just need to try get themselves back together and just realize, okay, now we're not winning all these fights. We need to try approach it differently. Like smoke and try get a pick up and then go rats. Because if they continue losing fights like this game can become very, very hard for them very quickly.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I just don't like the play that MPG just did here. They killed the Night Stalker, the Slark, and who else? They killed somebody else. But instead of actually going to take the outpost of farm, rather go with your Wraith King, take Rosh. Wraith King has 2 lives, extra lives. Go in and try and take that mid rats while the Slark is down.
Yeah, but they
So
didn't do
a
that.
bit of an
Though.
error there from MPG side.
Yeah, they should have done that rather, man. That would have been a big one for them. I feel like they're too scared, and now Morphling has this ages. So that's
Yeah. No, but I mean,
more
exactly.
difficult for them.
Yeah, exactly like Midnight saying, kind of maybe there's a decent Roche opportunity. Of course, there's a Morph on the other side, which is going to be gunning like a Troll Warlord. They want to get that Roche, and of course, now the first Aegis of the Immortals gone to the side of TSG. And maybe a small little slip up here from NPG. We're going to see. So
Second
obviously.
Aegis, eh?
Yeah, so second Aegis. When did they take the first one?
Morphling took the first one when they had that big fight in the Radiant Dire top jungle.
All right, fine. Excuse me. Well, second Aegis, there comes the cheese, but that's fine. We're still so I'm assuming both of those Aegis of the Immortals went straight to the Morphling then.
Oh, definitely. And
TSG
then I
should try
see
and
that
choke
the
them out.
Smart picked up the cheese, maybe trying to survive a bit longer there.
Yeah,
I
just
feel like TSG needs to try choke them out a bit, wait till Morph gets his Satanic, and then Slog. I feel like the BKB is going to take a bit too long, but yeah, at least they must wait till Morph gets his Satanic, and then they must go. They mustn't rush this right now, because they have a chance to
Yeah,
just
no,
end
definitely.
this game straight up.
You know, that's the thing. So NPG, they're looking to fuss bait just a bit here. They've got to hold the high ground. You know, Joker doing a lot of work trying to get all those wards done, protecting that very low tier 3 mid tower, which is great. That's what he needs to do. Of course, Winter Waven, he's going to be hanging around in the background. He's waiting to use that Winter's Curse. More than likely going to be on Shadow, just, you know, once against this kind of no Shallow Grave that's going to come out. He can pretty much burst anyone. He has to hit Night Stalker, the IO, or the Dazzle. Kind of those are his targets, if you can lock them down. I don't think the Night Stalker, though, is going to die that easily. I mean, the man just picked up now a Havoc Hammer as well. It's got 18 strength. You know, see, he's hella tanky. In fact, he's got 3,600 health, boys. He's tanky. He's tanky.
Well, the Winter Wyvern can get lucky and maybe catch the Morphling in the Agile shift, and then that's a Morphling out.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Lincoln Sphere either, which is usually quite a common morph build. So the thing is, there's going to be no Lincolns to stop that Winter's Curse as well. So there's actually, yeah, exactly like you said, there's kind of no problem with targeting Outsider. He definitely could. Vision still waiting for that BKB as well. Here we go, Frag initiating, does drop the ultimate as well. They're looking for the mid. Already, Aegis getting popped there. They're looking for more Winter's Curse here onto Frag. Like we said, he's very tanky. Rafiki here dropping with a Requiem's Curse as well. Bam! So that is Outsider down. They're looking for more. That's going to be Frag down as well. Rafiki with the double kill. Singularity here, gone on the top lane. Vision's looking for the Raxes. They're not fighting. Here comes ultimate. Triple kill, ultra kill coming at you from Rafiki. 4 down on TSG. They're not gonna be able to.
Glass cannon hitting them hard.
But
yeah, they need to somehow focus on this. They need to focus on this SF, man. Like, SF is the only person doing damage, dude.
No, exactly.
Like if Knock SF, Morphling dashes, does the little dash with the E-Blade combo. SF just dies. He only has 2k HP. I don't know how they're struggling to kill him.
So the thing is, the Winter's Curse kind of thwarted the initiation. Obviously, they kind of, it's already the second time they've done the same move. So I think NPG are kind of learning very quickly that TSG are going to initiate with Frag. He's going to drop the ultimate, he's going to try running. Winter's Curse obviously fell into the Night Stalker. They popped Outsider very quickly. Well, at least they got the Aegis of the Immortal down very quickly, and then it is pretty much just a wham bam, thank you ma'am, they got him down after that. And the thing is, without Frag disrupting the fights as he has done very successfully, you know, they're struggling a bit, and kind of it's very hard to get down a glass cannon when he's focusing more on the cannon part and less on the glass part. He, like you guys said, he is hitting like a truck. He's got the leveler as well, which has got 60 attack speed. You know, plus he's got the Daedalus as well. So listen, Rafiki, man's definitely making a name for himself the second game over what happened in that first game. And you know, good for NPG. Maybe this will force a game 3. We're all gonna have to see what happens.
Yo, guys, maybe.
Definitely. But I think it was a bit of an oversight of the TSG side, trying to fight there with only Frags and Outsider.
Looking to take Rafiki. Vision's going to jump him as well. They're going to lock him down. Frag here as well. Does pop the ulti. He's looking. Oh no, Requiem, he can't pop it as well. BKB lost, Requiem lost. That is Rafiki down for 100 seconds. This is the window, guys. This is the window.
Rafiki does have buyback.
If he buys back, he needs to buy back now, man. Or else he's not going to have any souls to fight.
Alright,
but
so
I still think that TSG, instead of taking a top tier 3 tower, the Clark, Io and Dazzle should have actually moved mid and helped out Frags and Outsider in mid. If they actually caught the fight there and then maybe take their racks. So a bit of an oversight there on TSG side.
Definitely, man. Definitely. They should have tried playing a bit more as a team. But yo, man, maybe I don't understand because I'm not in the game and I don't know what's going through their minds. So they probably thought that that player was the best player they could make
Oh, here
because
comes
the last
Rafiki
fight they
with his
had, they
Shadow
didn't
Blade.
win. But yeah, man, I do always think it's better to stick
Radiant
together as a
are
team and
scanning.
try fight it out, man. See how things go.
You
Yeah,
know what?
win the
Well,
fight and push.
yeah, NPG are getting quite strong now as well, so they are going to be able to do that. We've got Fodder here. He's picked up, or at least he's very close to getting himself a vessel. He just needs to be able to get out to the secret shop to pick up that vitality booster, and then at least he can mitigate a bit of that HP regen, or at least negate it from what Outsider is doing. Vision has picked up his BKB finally as well, with an Abyssal Blade, which is great. But yeah, Rafiki, he's already down to the 5-second BKB. He's been using it a lot, and you know he's an SF. He needs to. It's fine. So it's pretty great that TSG did catch him there in the mid lane. You know, he used his BKB and a Requiem, and then got caught. Well, I think in fact the Requiem got cancelled, probably with the pounce or the leash. But I mean, yeah. So 11k net worth lead here for TSG, but it's only 34 kills to 30. So kind of not much, like not a very fair reflection of how the game's going, since NPG they're looking to turn it, and you know one good team fight from them as well, and TSG are gonna get caught.
The thing is,
Yeah,
though, like
definitely.
now with that SF5 back, TSG have a really, really big win condition right now. It's kill SF, which can be done very easily. We did just see that now. And they more or less win the game, guys, unless Wraith King steps up in the fight. Because FS is their main damage dealer.
Yeah, it is definitely hanging on Rafiki to make the plays. It's kind of Ket Tools is not really hitting as hard as he could. You know, he's got items like a Heaven's Halberd, a Radiance, a BKB. You know, he's got now the Basher queued up, but it doesn't mean he's going to hit hard. So kind of Rafiki's only really the big damage dealer on his team. You know, we already spoke about that leveler he's got, which does a lot of work. And if he gets burst first, you know, Beth, like you're saying, kind of it makes things a little tougher for NPG to kind of hold that high ground.
TSG looking to push the top racks.
Oh, here we go. Outsider jumping. He's going on to Tools as well. Just wants to go straight for that Rax, but there's going to be a Winter's Curse coming as well. Frag on the backline, jumping into Singularity. Pops his BKB. Gal coming at you as well. Rick on his halls. Takes down Wallace. That's Wiseman out for the count. Vision's looking to get some more action. He pounces long, tries to catch Rafik in the background, should be able to get him as well. BKB is popped. Oh my goodness, could not even man fight the SF. He's down. That's 3 down at TSG, only 4 fodder.
Oh no.
That's Outsider as well. Rafiki's hitting hard, boys. When a Slock man fights you and you lose with a BKB, that says enough. Slock is not hitting hard enough right now.
Did he not pop the cheese, man? Didn't he have cheese?
Yeah, there sits cheese, bro. He's got the cheese.
Cheese still in his inventory.
Cheese in the inventory.
The cheese is rotting in his inventory, guys, man. It's turning into blue fetin.
Yeah, he's looking for that blue cheese. He wants a stinky cheese at the end of this game, probably. I don't know.
Maybe he's a bit hungry, guys, man.
NPG, I still just think the Wraith King should not be at the back at the moment. He should be here in front with the other two guys trying to push this tower.
I mean, are we allowed to
leave the Venom to defend base?
Now, well, I mean, you talk about that, but it's not like the SF is in the front pushing. If anyone, he should be the one because he's got all the damage. So SF, you know, should be the one pushing.
Especially with that leveler, SF would have got that move tower now quite easily. Or maybe just force the buybacks from TSG side.
Yeah. Going back to the window I spoke about, boys, I find that TSG are slowly losing their window because that's, I think, the second or third team fight they've lost to NPG, and both Slock and Outsider Morph fall in as well. And
I really just feel like it's one thing, dude. To be fully honest with you, man, I feel like it's one thing that is losing them these fights, man.
Fine, hit us up,
Night
Beth.
Stalker not having a blink dagger really sets them back, dude, because the supports just get free reign, man. And for example, if you could just blink to the back and W or silence the what's his name now? Silence
That Winter's
the
Wyvern, yeah.
Winter Wyvern, right? So
Yeah.
that creates pressure, right? Then everybody's just in a panic right now. So then he BKBs, he blinks, and he just causes a panic in the back, dude. And then the carriers are like, oh, we need to protect our supports, man. That gives Slark, Morphling that chance to dash in, do their damage, pop the SF like they need to. Because everyone else is focusing the Night Stalker. But then now, because he doesn't have the Blink Dagger, Winter Wyvern can get free ultis off. Veno is always going to get ultis off. But like, just that Winter Wyvern ulti really sets them back because they combo it up with the SF ulti. Because they Winter Wyvern ulti and then the SF ulti. And I'm guessing that really fucks them over, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I see that Frags E has a Abyssal Blade lined up, trying to get closer to them. But will it be enough though? NPG letting Rosh drop again.
The third Rosh.
Special shot this time.
Listen, Beth. I need to just mention something here. Sorry, it's pretty much off topic, but it makes me laugh again. Sorry, I'm obviously full of nonsense tonight. You've used your one allocated fuck for the evening. Just to let you know. So have I. Sorry, I've wasted it on such a trivial thing.
Yes, sir.
But let's try keep it clean and just not drop too many fucks. Sorry about that in this game. All right, cool.
Yeah, just remind me when I do that because. Just remind me when I do that because remember I do have the Sailor's Pass.
Oh, their Vision's jumping in very quickly. Not going to get any action here as well. BKB's coming out all around. Is there going to be any kills? Wallace, Wiseman is already down very quickly. Singularity with the BKB, Vision with the BKB as well. Is there going to be enough fight? They're going into the man as well. Winter's Coast coming out here. That's 2 down. Aegis ready getting pop chance outside. A double kill for Rafiki. The man is hitting hard. Again, NPG have defended this high ground, and things are looking a little dire here for TSG right now as they just aren't able to get up the NPG high ground. As 3 fall on their team, mind you.
I really wish I could.
I'll take the opportunity and push this mid lane, get that Rex.
I really wish I could see what's happening.
As you can see, the gold already jumped to the side of NPG with 1k.
I really wish I could see what's happening, dude. These fights look so interesting, dude.
They do, but I cannot see them.
I know, I don't understand that. That's so strange. Like, your guys' cameras can't move. It's very stupid.
Dude, it's like I'm watching from the mini-map and I'm hearing all these sounds, dude.
Well,
to the caster chat, I think you must stick the camera to be able to
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, maybe.
As you guys kind of saw and heard, is that MPG took an amazing high ground fight. They did kill 3, and they are pushing the tier 3 mid tower now as well. Rafiki, obviously, they're doing a ton of damage as we did expect them to. There's going to be the the melee racks going down, range racks going to follow. And that's great for NPG because, of course, they've got their mid pushing in. Remember, they have not lost mid racks. So they are going to have the advantage of the creeps pushing in against very weak TSG creeps, which is great. Well, for NPG it is.
TSG taking the top tower, maybe losing top racks, maybe losing.
Yeah, Wiseman going down as well. Outsider might just fall here too. There's about 5 versus 1.
Outsider out for 2 minutes. This might be game for NPG.
I feel like Slark and Dazzle or Slark and Night Stalker need to go do like a hallelujah prayer right now, man, and then try rat them now. Try force them back. Someone needs to go do something. Because if they just march down mid, this game's over.
Listen, Beth, isn't that called like the Hail Mary, dude? What the hell is a hallelujah prayer?
Dude, that's what came out of my mouth, dude. I don't know, dude.
No, it's fine. I got you, man. I understood that completely.
Or fight for TSG to try and stop this mid push.
They need to try to take a fight now that Shadow Fiend's not there, or they need to try split or something, dude. Because if they get their spot, this game's just over.
And is there buyback? There's no buyback on the morph as well, so that's going to be a problem. NPG here should be able to take this high ground. Healing far down the outside here as well. But there's the big ultimate coming at you from Joker. They're looking for more visions with the BKB. It is done. He's going to pounce away here. Attention, turn into frag. He does get the Shelly Grave up. Get tools doing a lot of damage. He's got a BKB himself.
10 seconds for the iron.
Visions, they're looking for a lot of action here. Taking him down. That's 100 seconds down here. Vision. That's huge. He's got buyback. Does use his buyback. Wallace going to be back soon. But MPG look into
Careful,
the end.
power
They hit and
forward,
throw, and they hit and throw, and they hit and throw it. Game number 2. It's going to NPG.
MPG taken, man. I'm proud.
Shit, boys. Well, this is mother trucking huge because this forces a game number 3, and I thought TSG, well, I think TSG thought they were going to close it out in this game number 2, but alas, it was not going to happen. And yeah, that's MPG game number 2, forcing us to go to game number 3.
Guys, I think we had the biggest oversight, man. We slept on the Regs, dude.
We slept on which one? What?
On the Wraith King Ags, man.
Going to the game number 3 for.
Yeah, Muzz just send in the Discord link.
All right, I'm gonna move up to casuals then, Beth.
Sure thing, man.
This guy's so keen. There we go. Well, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be game number 2, won by NPG victory. Oh, sorry, it is NPG's victory. I'm so off. But anyway, such a fantastic end of game there coming out from NPG. We are joined here by Singularity. Singularity, what's up, man?
How's it, guys?
We good, man. We good. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, feel incredible after that game. Really proud of my team.
I can imagine, dude.
You guys really played well.
Yeah. No, they pulled the rabbit out of the hat. No, it was awesome. Just told the guys in the beginning of the game, stay calm, focus, back to basics, and yeah. We had a few very lucky fights as well, and a few lucky fights in the middle of the game allowed it to sway more in our favor. Got some gold back, and then we were able to defend. And I think the turning around about the end, that Winter Waver ult on the Morphling, we had a feeling that they were going to go in for the sneaky rack, so TP'd back immediately on that, and the Winter just being there with the ulti, I think that sealed it up for us. So yeah,
Singularity with the Spidey sense, man. With the Spidey. What was the part that you felt the most pressure in the game? Like what part exactly in the game did you feel the most pressure?
Well, from the get-go, we were on the back foot. So I wouldn't say we were very pressured. I mean, every single team fight we won from there on was just a blessing, if I can put it that way. We just won a team fight, and then slowly but surely realized we can still do it. Round about the end, we were focusing a lot. I can say we were a bit pressured, but again, a great team. They played very well. I'm really proud.
I feel like right around the end, man. Like that's the part where like your legs start shaking, the adrenaline's pumping, bro. Like
yeah, it was.
Like, that's the part. I can imagine when you guys killed the Morphling, you guys were like, just go in.
Yeah, no, when we got that Morphling kill, it was just guys pushing in. We knew when we killed that Morphling, that it was basically game. So yeah, the Discord, if you were in that Discord channel, it was absolutely mad after that.
Can you imagine people going crazy?
I think you guys partied after you killed that Morphling and
no, it was mad. It was mad. It's awesome. We live for these moments.
But
definitely, that's why we play Dota, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Singularity, let me ask you, was Rafiki your guys' kind of win condition? So if he had a good game, you guys knew you were going to do well, and if kind of Rafiki didn't have a good game, you guys might not have done well. Was he kind of the win condition?
Rafiki is definitely one of our better players. That's why we changed the strat for the second game, to give him a bit more of control over the game. But yeah, he was a win condition. He and the Wraith King. I would say the Wraith King with his ulti stick made a lot of plays. It basically, when we had the Wraith King, you couldn't shut down the Shadow Fiend. So it was the combo of the Wraith King and the Shadow Fiend. So the Wraith King ulti stick and the Shadow Fiend that just allowed us to always be there. Even if we lost the fights in the beginning, we still had the Shadow Fiend in the fight for a little while afterwards. And you can't kill him, you can't shut him down.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like me personally, dude, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I was hating on the Wraith King Axe, dude. Like who made that option or that call to go? No,
it was a consensus. We focused on the moment when the game turned. We focused on counter initiation. we realized, okay, well, they're gonna be good in the team fights. They're gonna turn on us. We need to be ready to react after they initiate it. So that's why the Wraith King ult was there. We needed that to be there. So if you catch out the Shadow Fiend, we still have the Shadow Fiend popping off damage. He was two clicking the supports at the end. I mean, and that's that extra 3-5 seconds you get with the Wraith King ulti stick.
Definitely,
You,
man.
you take out the supports and then you basically cripple your carries. You don't have somebody keeping alive the Morphling. Your Slark's not kept alive. So yeah, it worked out well. It worked out well.
How did you feel that time? I think it was like at around 40, 50 minutes when Shadow Fiend died. Like, and then you had to buy back. Like, I'm sure you guys felt a bit on edge there.
Yeah,
When
that did worry us, but I can't remember exactly. I think we got a pick off as well, so we weren't too worried. It was 4-man, and we knew he had buybacks. We kept on telling each player just hold out for buybacks, keep the buybacks. So we were pretty safe with that. And then obviously, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, we kind of winning the game was a bonus. So I think from that perspective, it wasn't that stressful. But yeah, in general, it wasn't a thing of the Shadow Fiend's dead, game over. But it definitely that could have gone much worse.
yeah, like you guys have improved a lot from game 1 to game 2. Like, I noticed it personally. Like, you guys learned a lot from what happened in game 1. And you seem to have grouped a lot more together in game 2, and you pulled out this win, man.
Yeah,
But
thanks guys.
we're gonna have to wrap this up, bro. Thank you very much for joining
Okay.
us, man. And I wish you good luck for game
Yeah,
2.
no, well played though. Well done. Really
Thanks
nice win
guys.
for you guys.
Thank you guys.
Good
And
man.
yeah,
Good
enjoy
luck.
the last game.
Good luck, have
You
fun,
too, bro.
hey?
Good luck, have fun. Cheers, guys.
All right, well, we just got to hear there from Singularity, NPG's captain Singularity, as they did win game number 2. So we are just going to wait for game number 3's lobby to be set up. Smoke breaks, coffee breaks, stretching breaks, all those type of breaks. In fact, us casters maybe need a bit of a small break as well. So we're going to see everyone back just in a little while. Please don't turn down the dial and don't get away. See you just now. All right, guys. Well, we are just waiting for all the teams to get going. We're having a bit of a technical difficulties with some of the games being crashed. So we are going to be starting pretty shortly. We do have Transfers Gaming's choosing second pick with NPG taking the side of the Dire. It does seem to be their lucky side as they did win in it now very recently. Beth is going to tell me that the statistical I don't know, win rate of Radiant is obviously BS because TSG lost, but it's fine. It's not like it's a high win rate. I think it's only about 54% anyway, so it's fine. Losses do occur on the side of the Radiant. It's okay. Anyway, we will be here shortly. All right. Well, we are going to be with you boys very soon, very shortly.
I don't know. I think he's just sorting out some difficulties.
All right, so guys, here we are back for game number 3. It is 1 apiece as NPG just did win game number 2. Right, so we're back with myself, Beth, and Midnight Sting. Things are looking pretty tight in this series, which is how we like it. Yeah, guys, what are you expecting now? Things are going to be pretty fierce between both these teams right now.
I think we can look forward to a lot of good fights happening now.
Yeah, man. I feel like there's gonna be tensions now, especially for Transverse Gaming, because they feel like they lost the game that they had their grasps on, so they're gonna be a bit under pressure now.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But I see that TSG also lucked out of getting the last pick and Radiant. Not a lot of times where you see that happens, but I think NPG feels good playing from the Dire side as they just won that match.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I don't know if they're lucked out, dude. Radiant is okay, last pick, kind of, that's fine.
TSG making the... How did Muzz put it in game 2? The respect ban on the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, I think it was just annoying. I think Frag tried to get high ground quite a lot, and that Winter's Curse was just stopping him from accomplishing that a lot of times. Yeah, it's a respect ban, but it also is like a, hey, you know what, this hero's damn good, and you need to really be careful because it'll mess you up, like you saw.
Yeah, if you don't play against it in the right way, no, definitely.
We do have another Snapfire ban coming at you from MPG as well. I think they just kind of maybe have done a little bit of homework. You know, Transfers game and do like picking up the Snapfire as well. Decent offlaner.
Can also play a pretty good 5 and 4 position.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I mean, it's a great
especially
flex
with
pick.
initiation of the new Aghanims that came out with her.
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous actually, that Aghanim Scepter. I don't know if Wraith King was like the biggest problem on
Radiant
NPG
team
that
ban.
Transfers game and opted to ban him. But it's fine, you know. It was a
Wraith
strong.
King is a pretty good all-around position.
Yeah.
Dire team
Oh no,
ban.
that's
I think
true.
that is what they were trying to take out, the all-round position that Wraith King has. Like we saw in game 2, the Agram Scepter, how it can help the team fight. The anti-ganking potential that it has. I think they're just trying to cut that out with the Wraith King ban.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, alright, so let's see. The Singularity is taken out his own Invoker there, Snapfire, Lich, and the AA. So quite a lot of supports getting banned by NPG right now versus Transfers Gaming opting for a bit more core bans.
10
We are going to
seconds
see what this
remaining.
fourth, or at least second phase ban does for them. Sorry, I almost said
5
fourth phase, but it's a
seconds
fourth
remaining.
ban, second phase.
Dire team pick.
Morph. Alright.
Radiant team pick.
So just maybe a little Transfers Gaming, maybe just a little scared that NPG are going to either ban or pick up that morph. Very well played by Outsider.
Radiant team pick.
Nothing I can do about that.
Shadow Shaman versus Witch Doctor. Now,
Yeah.
once again, is that Shadow Shaman a wise man or a shadow hero?
Yeah, we are just going to obviously have to see which way it goes. Clockwork coming at you from Transfers Gaming. That's pretty good when it comes to like initiation as well. Clock, great initiation with his ulti. Cogs are pretty good as well. So there's Catch with the True Sight Flare, or at least having the talent for the Flare to give you True Sight as well, which means, you know, you can kind of see what's happening around the map. Very good 4 as well because of that mobility. So Clock a little bit more of a flex pick here from TSG, either a 4 or a 3 Clock, but I mean, I kind of have a feeling it's going to be their offlaner. And then a great tree and protector pick here coming out from NPG. Decent overgrowth ulti, good crowd control. Kind of can walk through trees now as well, which is such a ridiculous ability from Tree. You kind of can't catch him, you know, when he goes like deep into the woods. You can't get him.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. But it looks like, again, NPG trying to build for that counter ganking. As you can see, the Shadow Shaman Clockwork, very nice ganking heroes. Then you have the Trent again that can, with his ultimate, stop a gank so fast in its tracks.
Yeah.
So do you think it's going to be the same strategy as game 2, or is it going to be a new one?
Like, as in what? What was the strategy?
In game 2 it wasn't a strategy, but it ended up being like that counter ganking potential that they had.
I mean, yeah, they've opted for decent disable and lockdowns this time. You know, they've got rid of the Muzz as well, because Frag played quite a decent Muzz with that Blood Arena. You know, so they've got rid of that. Now they've got a big AoE stun coming out from the tree end. Plus, of course, if you're caught in that overgrowth, you're going to get the Death Ward coming out here from the Witch Doctor, which is great. You've got heals on their team with the stun so far.
5 seconds remaining.
You've also got good push here from TSG with the Shadow Shaman. So, I mean, as long as he can get snakes to towers, you know, TSG are doing well. But, of course, that comes down to Shaman has to get wards to towers, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to see what happens
there. There's going to be another pushing fighting scrat from TSG.
But I mean, you see, again, that puts TSG under the window. Like, you've got a window you can push hard, depending on what else they pick. Maybe, for example, like a DP comes out mid. Alright, so there's Marana. Probably now more of a position 4 with your clock being 3. So kind of, I don't know, TSG may be more prone to showing their hand a bit. And what exactly they like to pick.
Mirana can also go mid.
Yeah, but I mean, is he going to go mid? That's the question.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a pause for Mirana.
Yeah, you see, exactly. Exactly. Oh, there's an intermission. Lord, why am I not use that? I don't need to. Okay, that's fine.
So YouTube can hear us on Discord, correct?
Yeah,
It might be a pause 3 Marana.
it's not gonna be a
That can
post,
also be option, a pause free Marana.
but it won't be. That's the thing. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a position for offlane Marana with a 3 clock. So yeah, the Marana's gonna go offlane, but it won't be the core that gets the
Pause free
farm though.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I would say so. Which is
Not
fine.
Yes, it's fine, but it's not something you see every day.
You don't see it every day, but it is common because you
You
start
usually see
picking
that
up.
in like the immortal tier ranks and stuff.
Yeah, so for example, the old offlane player Pasha from VP would play an offlane Phoenix because then it lets you pick up things like a Radiance and a Shiva's god. So you obviously Icarus dive in, you drop your egg, you drop a Shiva's, everyone's slowed down, and then you've got egg, bursting them as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a good pick.
Plus, there's not really hard hitters on TSG right now that are going to sort out the egg. So
Mirana leap attack speed.
Yeah, you know what? But I mean, if you're only counting on Mirana to stop the egg, it's
There's
not.
a TA came out to also eat the egg.
Yeah. So early TA pick from TSG now because she has been
But
getting
they let
last
the
banned.
TA slip through, no?
Well, you know what? TSG have picked her earlier this time because NPG always last ban her. So I think Outsider just got forced to pick her up earlier this game. If you want your hero, you got to pick him, or else it's gone.
Slog.
Oh, NPG picking up the slog.
Yeah, Slog very popular this series, coming out on all 3 games. I don't know, Beth, are we gonna see a rushed Agnum Scepter again this game? We might.
Nah, I really hope not, dude.
Yeah.
I want him to get Beth into BKB so he can stick on the TA.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to see. So more than likely, probably Rafiki picking up the Slog this game. So there we go. Sven and Huskar getting banned respectively from either side. Obviously, Transfers Gaming already having their mid. And of course, Huskar does pretty well in lane against someone like a TA, but now, of course, you're going to have to deal with another Toxin from the Viper, which is pretty rough. He's got the passive break as well. So let's look at carries, guys. With no Morph, no Life Stealer, no Wraith King, and a Slark out, what does Visions get this game? Maybe back to the Drow.
10 seconds remaining.
Drow can be good, maybe a Weaver.
Okay.
Weaver has nice escape, can get away from the egg with his W ability.
Okay, Bloodseeker makes sense because you want to put a Rupture onto Slark. So that does work.
Viper mid for a Fiki. This TA is gonna have a hard game mid. I still don't think this is a good TA game. Even before the Viper came out, that Phoenix Fire Spirits just eat through the shield of TA.
I have a lot of heroes to go against the TA, man. Like, Outsider needs to play really well this game. But 17 wins in a row on TA, this man doesn't play.
No. As somebody that has personally played with him as he played TA, he does not play around with it.
Prepare for battle.
I see for you a future.
Can you move your camera?
Yes.
I can't move mine.
Did you click the camera on by you?
Yeah, I did.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever, man.
Alright, so let's get into the action, guys. We've got game number 3 where they are one apiece with Transfers Gaming and NPG obviously having a game each. And this is going to be the final decider. Mr. Midnight Sting and Mr. Beth. You know, do we kind of have a favorite draft here? Do we kind of have
30 seconds to battle.
a 5 rand bet going towards anyone you might like here?
I'm rooting for outsiders. TA. I saw that 17 wins in a row, man. I cannot say no to that, bro.
All right, so you do back outsider on the TA as well.
It's hard for me. NPG has a lot of heroes that take out that TA.
The battle begins.
And get rid of refraction as well, I think, is the big point.
Yeah. I think if this game lasts long enough, I think NPG might win this again.
Alright, well, Fodder might just get first blooded. He has no arrow
4
here from
seconds on the
Shadow.
arrow.
Yeah, so he's not going to get taken down there. Alright, so are we going to...
Oh, what an arrow!
First blood.
Well played, Shadow. Sorry,
Alright.
that was a bit loud, but...
Yeah, I know.
was quite
Thanks,
nice.
thanks for bursting my eardrums.
Sorry. That was a nice arrow there from Shadow.
We do appreciate it. Yes, indeed, there was a great arrow there coming out from Shadow. So we do have Rafiki once again taking mid-duty. He's going to be taking on Outsider. And there was a Huskar ban for this TA, but of course Viper might potentially cause a little bit more trouble with that Nether Toxin getting dropped on her invis. Bottom lane here, we are going to have Tree End backing up Singularity. You see he's going to be playing the core Phoenix that we did speak about, which is pretty great. A lot of harass coming down onto Visions already. The thing is, you find with the Shadow Shaman, he's got very short attack range, so kind of him harassing in lane can be difficult without him throwing that Ether Shock, which he doesn't have first anyway. He's got the Shackles, which is fine. So that's going to be tough on him. And then your top lane, you're going to have the Clock and Mirana coupled up against Slark and Fodder on the Witch Doctor, which has a little bit of a further right click, which is great. Stun into Maledict as well is one of my personal favorites. That damage over time on Maledict, guys, is such an amazing spell to have.
And he can burst down tanky heroes like Clockwork and Axe so easily if they're not careful.
Yeah. And especially since Cogs is such a great setup, because you're not going to move in that kind of AoE space of Maledict. So the thing is, you can get Maledict in Cogs quite easily. It's great. And of course, if Fodder throws out his Death Ward as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. Frag gets caught in the clogs and the Death Ward with Maledict on you. I think it's over for him.
Even if it's not a kill, it's just going to disrupt the fight. You know, he's going to force TSG players out of the cogs. You know, someone like Frag's maybe not going to kill you. And that's fine. That's what Fodder's looking to do. Or at least he might attempt to do it, which is fine. Nature's Grass getting thrown bottom with the Bloodrite. Not going to do too much as well. So yeah, Visions and Wiseman in a little bit of trouble because that Icarus dive just put in a bit of fire on them, which is quite annoying. It's more damage over time you're on NPG, which is going to be...
that fire spirits, reducing attack speed.
Yeah, that as well, actually very true.
Quite a hard bot lane here for Visions and Wiseman.
Oh, there you go. Shackle's coming out with the Bloodrite as well. Perfect.
Treant pushing a bit too far, out of position there.
Yeah, pushing just a tad bit too far. He had the aggro on the tower as well, so it was not going to be a difficult kill there. Bottom.
Rafiki falling low mid, no mana.
Yeah, very low. Does have a tango. He's got a Solvin Mango's coming along the courier as well. And these new couriers are so damn slow. Man, they're annoying.
Yeah, the walking couriers.
Yeah, but even so, like, the couriers are slow now, dude.
Shadow may be looking for a setup here at top.
Yeah,
I think the Maledict just throws off the Clockwork there.
Not enough distance, though, for that arrow. Like, it was going to be a very short stun. Like, yeah, great setup for the stun, but it wouldn't have been too much of a long stun, I don't think, so it's fine.
Yeah, it would have been a short stun, but it would have been just enough for the Clockwork to come in with his cloaks and the battery assault.
Yeah, that's true. Nature's Grasp just making a little bit of a slow wall here in the bottom for Visions. He is getting hurt. Oh, he's down to a quarter. Oh boy, you better get out quickly. This man's he's getting hurt. He's getting hurted probably here in the top lane. There's gonna be cogs around Farted. Might be able to go down as well. Kettle's jumping here onto the clock. That's Farted down, but there's a lot of damage here for Frag as he is Maledict.
Body block there from Shadow, trying to keep the Slock away from his Slock.
Yeah, and just living armor coming out here onto Cthulhu as well. Oh goodness, and that is outside of going down. Very slow rotation here coming out from Shadow. Long arrow does hit Rafiki. He's got a leap. He doesn't jump forward to get the kill though. Don't exactly know why Shadow's been kind of so passive on this Mirana though. Didn't immediately leap forward after that stun, which is very unusual for Mirana players.
Shadow Shaman diving deep, we get that bounty with a Treant and a Viper hunting him.
Prize is mine.
Backing off now, maybe thinking there's support for him.
Beth, are you still with us?
I'm 100% with you guys.
I just haven't had your insightful voice here yet.
My 2 cents.
Yeah, we don't have your 5 cents here yet, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm just really surprised that TA is doing well in this mid lane.
Oh, he did die just now, so...
But like, based off what I was seeing though,
yeah, well,
TA
if you go with last hits, TA is above the Viper of last hits with
is
33 to 24.
Let me ask quickly, are both you lads managing with your individual cameras?
Yeah.
My camera's still messed, man, so I'm just...
Lol, don't joke.
Regeneration.
Is yours messed up? Still?
Yeah, mine's still messed.
Really?
Shadow falling there to the witch. Slock was chasing the Slock, but the Slock will get living armor. And then as well, Wiseman getting the kill on Phoenix bot. Big help there for Visions getting farm.
Yeah, this living armor doing a lot of work here for Kit Tools. Frey goes down there top as well. You know what, lucky for TSG it only goes to a Witch Doctor, not to the Slock, so that's fine. It's not, you know, kind of your support getting the kill is okay, you know. Thank goodness. Oh, gank here coming out from Shadow, misses the arrow.
Misses the arrow. Can still kill the Viper though.
They might not.
Shadow diving for that kill.
But it's fine. Okay, support for a coin. Outsider didn't die. Bottom lane here, a lot of action going down. Gonna be Shackles down to Singularities that did kill Treant already. Icarus dive gets out. Oh my goodness, one long hit coming out from Wiseman.
Bloodseeker's really calm, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bloodseeker's
from the bottom TSG team.
Bloodseeker's not doing too bad. He's 40 and 10, so he's doing pretty well here.
Caught in the coils with battery assault. Just cannot get him.
Yeah, he doesn't have any mana, but he was able to get out. Again, living armor coming out here from Razzle Dazzle. So this Treant doing a lot of work, keeping his team pretty much in the fights, which is what you want. That's exactly what you need.
TA low again on in mid.
Yo, Muzz, Blood does have like 40 lost hits, but the guy's on top of net worth by like 600 gold. So he is doing real big moves here.
Yeah, because he's got kills. He's 2 for 0 right now, so he's got kills. He's partnered up very well with the Shackles, so the thing is when the Blood Rat gets thrown, Wiseman throws Shackles and keeps him in place. So it's pretty good strat. It's kind of like a Blade Fury into Shackles, but now you just get a Blood Rat. Yeah, so it's fine. It's a good combo. It's got him 2 kills as well, which is great.
TA and Stark dancing for the 2 position in the net worth.
Denied.
Yeah, I'm just really surprised that Viper's not chowing this lane.
I suppose you'll be surprised at a lot of things there, Mr. Beth, won't you?
You're not going anywhere.
Not a Shackles, Blood Right combo, bot dropping the Phoenix. Trying to get another one on the tree, but
Yeah, they forced the Rafiki rotation as well, which means he's
There's
out
the
of the mid
Viper.
lane. He's going to get a kill. Ah, decent Aethershock there coming out from Wiseman. Back to the top lane.
Bratica
Things are
does
happening.
die.
Yeah, Frags getting gone on by 2. Death Ward getting popped as well. Is it going to be enough to bring him down? It should be. Oh, there we go. Kitools. Just quickly with the Dark Pact.
Viper getting a double kill bot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so a bit
Good
of a...
rotation from him.
Yeah, a bit of a trade then, but it does leave Outsider in an open mid lane as a TA, which has got a lot of wave clear. So the thing is, he can push that tower. In fact, he should. I don't know why he's not trying to chip that tower right now. He's just wanting to farm very quickly. He's trying to go straight
I
for
think he
Deso.
wants to get his Desolator up first before he does.
Yeah, he's getting his bounties stolen though. Look at that. Father just walks pretty much straight into his jungle and says, well, I'm taking this from you. That's awkward. That's a bit of poor play there coming out from
jumps in
Outsider.
front of the TA net worth, man. That's big.
That double kill really helping out the Viper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Vision's having quite a good game bottom, as you can see. So obviously him and Slark sharing top spot. Double commit in the mid lane. It's not going to do anything for Outsider. That does pick up the region as well. That's fine. So we do have Razzle Dazzle. He's going for something big. He's only got brown boots with a ward. So I don't know. Maybe he's going for a quick blink, which is not bad on a
Maybe
treant.
a meteor.
I don't know. I mean, the way NPG have been rushing their big items, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't go for a meteor hammer. To be honest. We're actually gonna have to wait and see. I think you might be right. A blink or meteor probably. But he's gonna rush a big item obviously. Okay, Wiseman getting down decent wards. It's gonna be Glyph coming at you from NPG Visions. Not really gonna rush that tree. But this again, this is TSG on a window because they've got the wards from your shaman, and they know they need to push. Anytime you have wards,
doing work there on the bot tower.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna do what it's gonna do.
Stopping that push there.
Yeah, he's maxing out the living armor. Hey, he's really just trying to keep his lads in all the fights, which is fun.
I see the Viper and TA left mid trying to farm up their items respectively.
Yeah, I wish this tier would kind of push the mid tower as quick as he can, because he has the ability to. The thing is, Viper's been out of the lane a lot longer than him, so. But yeah, he's rushing his Deso.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
TN blood on top of net worth right now, man.
Yep.
TA is farming really well.
Yeah, well, that's all they're doing as well. Here we go, Rupture coming out onto Singularity bottom, Blood Rat getting thrown as well. It's going to be Egg. Are they able to get the Egg down as well? I don't think they're going to be. Overgrowth here coming out from Razzle Dazzle. It's not going to be enough. The Egg should pop. That's going to be 2 stunned as Wiseman goes down. Fada is here in the fight. Icarus dive onto the cliffs. Whoa, bit of bad direction there.
Dies, stop.
Visions, he should go down here. I think there's going to be a stun coming out from Fada as there is a Blood Rat. There we go, gets him down. Right. Well, that's 2 for 1 kill, even though it's a Slark kill.
Both those ones died there, so I think I would say worth into NPG side. Getting the Shaman with the Bloodseeker.
Yeah. Good rotation there from Fada as well, just to finish off that kill. That's what you want. And now Rafiki looking to push the tower that Outsider doesn't want to. Oh, okay, he won't. Oh, in fact, yeah, he's lost his tower. Yeah. He's taken it.
Oh, look at it go!
Caster coming onto Frag, Leap here coming up from Coutules. They should be able to take him. Shadow pop in the ultimate as well. Death Ward here onto Wiseman.
Getting the slot there. Can they catch the Nick?
Oh, Visions with the Rapture. Takes down Fada. Slark as well out of the fight. Singularity coming. He's not going to have his egg though.
Will that Icarus dive burn down the clock survives?
It's fine. So decent rotations from both his teams. They are looking to fight. We're pretty much at that point in the game where it's going to be a lot of fight and action.
Oh,
there we go. Blood Rat onto
also
Singularity.
silence.
Should be able to finish
That's
him off.
Max stun arrow.
Alright, so
killing 4 there, pushing the top tower now.
I think TSG are going to look to use their window a lot better this game and try to close it out as quickly as possible. I feel like they're a bit stung after that second game because I don't think they expected to lose. and now you can already see kind of the intent in all the actions they're making to try to push this game.
Mirana already going bot, trying to push out the bot lane.
Yo, man, I really need to point out Frag. Like in these past 2-3 games, like in the laning phases, mid game mostly, I have to say Frag has been my MVP for this game. Like this man,
the initiations he gets in, and
he's been making really good plays, man.
Yeah, he plays well on these 3 heroes that kind of can initiate. So, you know, he's Night Stalker, he's playing Mars with a Blink ult, he's a Clockwork now as well. Of course, that kind of is the purpose of a 3, is to initiate with Blink daggers, whether you tide, Centaur, Axe. But Frag, yeah, Frag is making it look easy, he's doing well. I wouldn't call him the MP. Yeah, I wouldn't call him the MVP of the second game. That would definitely go to an NPG player, maybe someone like Kittles or Rafiki. But yeah, no, kudos to Frag. Definitely having quite a stellar series so far, Beth. I am going to agree with you there.
Nah, definitely, man. I agree with you, but I'm talking about like just the series overall, man. Just based off the mid-game plays, he's my mid-game MVP, man. But SF definitely takes it, man, for the second game.
Oh yeah, no, he was a beast and a half. Well, yeah, let's see what Frag is going to do. He's obviously going straight for that blade now. Oh, there we go. Finds initiation. Going to get the cogs around Rafiki. He won't. In fact, Blood Rat getting dropped as well. Overgrowth coming out from Razzle Dazzle.
Mirana ulti coming out a bit too late there.
I don't know if it was going to be enough. You know what? There is a sentry ward, so...
Yeah, they're going to use the Mirana ulti. Oh, almost done there on the Phoenix underneath the tower.
I don't know if those wards really needed committed for a tower that was like a 10% health though. Maybe a bit of a sketchy call coming out from TSG to drop the wards there as well. Arrow gonna miss.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
That's kind of, those are wards that you definitely keep for tier 2 because that tier 1 tower could have very easily been pushed by right clicks. But anyway, you know, it's fine. They secured the tower. You know, whatever. I don't know. Wiseman feels good about himself.
Oh, max stun on the Viper though.
Yeah, Blood Rat mid, get him thrown. He's got the Rupture as well. He's going to have to back off. Visions has taken a lot of heat for it. He actually can't even man fight right now. Shadow might just go down very quickly as well. Egg's not going to get dropped. Ultimate gets thrown in to Wiseman. He can't TP out in time. Double kill for Rafiki. Well, this Viper, he's having quite a stellar game.
And look at that, Slark pushing bot, space created.
You know, singular...
NPG definitely learning from last game.
This entire thing.
Yeah, well, Singularity...
I think they need to try to get BKBs up on Vision as soon as possible and TA. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the whole Blink Rush. I would have preferred BKB rather than the Blink. Because then if they get the BKB timing synchronized with the Bloodseeker and the TA, they could just go crazy.
Outsider falling to the Maledict Death Ward combo from Witch Doctor.
You know what, Beth, that he is going to go for BKB next year, that's for sure. Frag's finding Razzle Dazzle with the Blood Rat getting dropped as well, but there's going to be another Toxin here coming out from Rafiki. It's fine, it's not enough. Arrow may just land, is going to miss. Great pick off there on the tree end. Rupture here onto Rafiki as well. The thing is, he's used the Rupture, but there's no way for TSG to go on that player though. But BKB Beth, I think Outside is definitely queuing up the BKB next now. He's got initiation, he's got a Desolate, and I think it has to be BKB right now. It's got to happen. Visions as well, it's going straight for the Milner.
I thought you were against Bloodseeker first item BKB, Beth.
No. Like, I'm not against it. I said that the Bloodseeker needs BKB right after this item.
Yeah, they need to get BKBs on TSG.
But I would prefer that the TA didn't get the Blink and rather went straight BKB.
Yeah.
Link it up with the Bloodseeker.
That's the thing, like teams just underestimate the need for that survivability. You need to have BKB so you can survive. So there's a Blade Mail here on Frag. He is able to initiate and mitigate just a bit of that physical damage that's going to get thrown onto him. It's fine. He's got a Dragon Scale as well, which is a great neutral item for him to pick up. Up, initiation here, straight on to fodder. Should be able to pop him very quickly. F shot coming out there from Wallace in the background. Razzle Dazzle coming here. He's going to get shackled up. Shadow should go down to Cthulhu. They're looking for more. Egg going to get dropped in the background. Easy to flee from. Not going to do a lot of damage. Maybe just to save the tier 2 tower. Actually does stun Visions in the process. Rafiki, he's picking up the kill in the background. Takes down Frag. Are they looking for more? There we go. Their Visions is running in. I don't exactly know why he would run it up against 3 like that. Bit of a questionable play. Bit of a questionable play there coming out from Visions. This allows NPG just to...
doing it, boys.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Beth,
I'm a bit mixed on how I feel about the Lincoln Sphere on Slark. I feel like I prefer to go status resistance board like a SNY. Satanic rather than the Lincoln Sphere, because they can pop that Lincoln's very easily. Even the Black can pop it. You can just Q, Lincoln's popped, and then he just ultis the slot.
Oh, nice long range stun. Decent hit. Frag does have him. He's able to punch Rafiki coming in as well. Does ult in Shaggy though. Is going to be the ultimate coming out from Marana. Should keep everyone alive. Beth, that Lincoln Sphere, I can just say one thing is that it's going to stop the rupture on him. I don't really know if he's looking for anything else, but of course, you know, Bloodseeker being a great counter to Slark. He's rushing Lincolns
that's
to
what I'm
avoid
saying
that
about
rupture.
the rupture, man.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really stop, but he can just Q, and then it pops the Lincoln, and then he gets ruptured regardless. And then that's 5k gold for nothing, man.
Well... I don't know. So he kind of feels that, you know, Lincoln's is gonna work for him. So let's see.
Going for the Roche. Some technical difficulties on NPG.
I mean, you know, that's the thing. Like, I get it. Lag on Slark. That's fine. What South African game doesn't come with a bit of a telecom issue?
I see Wiseman pointing out that
maybe it's Web Africa, dude. Why are you hitting on telecom, bro?
Sorry, let me not be that guy. Because okay, you know what? A few years ago, it was always telecom because they owned a lot of the stuff. But yeah, with a lot more service providers coming out, yeah, sure, it's not telecom. Let me not be that guy.
Oh, now that's a health plan.
It's fine, Beth. You're right. You're taking the moral high ground. Let me not shit all over them.
Shame on you, Muzz, dude.
Web
Telecom
Africa.
does nothing wrong, dude.
That's it, man. Fuck you, Web Africa. What's your problem?
Visions dropping low to Roche.
Maybe it's AfriHost, who knows?
I could have hit Roshan with my eyes.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Alright, there we go. So
That's big. That's the timing for them. If they can try, if TA can get BKB
and a smoke now.
and use it with this rush, I'm not too sure if Blood will be able to get it in time for them to use it with the rush. But if TA can get BKB, they're very strong. They can use that to try and take out all the tier 2s.
Smoke coming up, trying to find some farming players in the dire jungle.
Might be able to pick off Rafiki. There we go. Gets a rupture. Oh my goodness. Arrow's super close to landing as well. Should be able to pick off Rafiki. Decent kill there from outside. That's perfect. You know, that's a decent smoke from a power spike. Aegis picked up.
Another hook shot on the witch doctor.
Oh, perfect.
Big. Now they're making the plays now, man.
Yeah.
That was a really good smoke from TSG. NPG didn't see that coming, but the Viper should have been more aware because they know that they did just rush, so they probably are close to that area. If none of them are showing on the map, they should have backed off from his jungle.
Yeah.
Wards up to take that tower. They don't see Razzle Dazzle in the trees.
No. Oh, they're jumping on Singularity very quickly there. Of course, it's good combo here. Could be an overgrowth into egg as well. It is going to happen. Is there going to be no Icarus dive here? There is going to be egg dropped in the background, though. It's not going to do an awful lot here for NPG.
Top tower is taken, though.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, we also
just backing off.
We did all see the combination coming from a mile away. It's overgrowth into an egg, but Singularity had escaped with the Icarus dive, which means he did have the full 30-second cooldown. Frag jumping in here, in onto Fard. Is he going to be able to take it down? He does have that blade
Teammates are
mail,
far
which is
away.
do a lot of work. Yeah, Blood Rush has get us all.
No egg.
No egg.
No overgrowth, man. They might be able to take this fight if they play it perfect, they play it properly, but now they're back off.
I mean, let's see. They are backing away. Vision should be able to fall in the background. He is going to be down for 50 seconds. Rafiki looking for more. Not going to chase though. Razzle Dazzle in on the action with the Nature's Grasp. Frag has to drop his blade mail, but now what? He gets away. They don't want to fight up high ground, and that's sensible. That's a good move from NPG.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like, you know what, boys? As this series progresses, both his teams seem to be getting a little wiser and smarter as it gets to game 3. You know, they're not taking stupid fights. They're not fighting up high ground. That power spike smoke from TSG was great. You know, they knew they wanted to smoke around the Aegis, which is perfect. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe this game 3 is going to be the best one yet. Who knows?
Yeah, they're equalizing very fairly now. Like, they look like very even teams, man.
Yeah, no, I
Like the previous 2 games where TSG looked like they were running away from it. This game, they look like they are very even.
No, that's exactly what I'm getting at, man. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's only a 3k net worth lead going to the side of TSG right now, so it's not too big. In fact, a 2k net worth lead right now. Things are looking pretty good so far. Only 21 kills to 17, so everything pretty fair on both sides. Vision's going for much earlier BKB time in this time around. Has picked up the Molnar and straight into the BKB now, which is fair.
Boom! There it goes.
Lincoln Sphere already finished here on the Slark as well. Blink there on the tree. See, I knew it. He had pretty much stufful items. You know, he's holding wards and a brown boots. Man is rush blink, which is great for a tree. Blink in, initiate, drop the overgrowth. Perfect.
Icarus dive in, egg.
Yeah.
Pretty good combo there.
Hopefully it does work out that way because, you know, as we saw just now, he squandered the Icarus dive a bit and he kind of dropped egg far in the background, which doesn't do much.
Problem is if the BKB timing on blood is good, it's not gonna help them much.
And listen, I just want to like blow my own horn quickly, so humor me. Both go take a look at Phoenix's next item. Take a look. Overgrowth into egg as well.
Nice.
Perfect combination here as well. Fada, is he going to be able to drop the death ward in the background? I don't think so. That's 2 down. That's already 3 down.
3 big kills.
That is huge. Oh my goodness, that's 4. Where's the Slark though? Oh my
Outside
goodness.
hunting that Slark on the back line. Perfect combo TSG, just hitting the egg, ignoring everything else.
You have to.
Taking out the tier 2 tower through backdoor protection.
You absolutely have to. It's the same as an Undying Tombstone. That is the first target one has to remove before you look at anything else.
4 tier 2 falling, 2 tier 2s for TSG after that big team fight that they just had.
Yeah.
Blood most probably does almost has his BKB 500 gold away, 600 sorry.
Things looking pretty solid for TSG right now. They're definitely using that window of theirs to greater effect. They do know someone like a Tia has to snowball. Tools might just take down Vision Shot. There is going to be a big miss on the arrow. As well, Death Ward not doing an awful lot. Just by the way, since I'm going to suck off myself here, boys. Phoenix is building a Shiva's God, so thank you very much.
We saw.
Alright, thank you.
We no one argued with you about the Phoenix.
The Shiva's God.
Dude, we agreed with you, bro.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make myself feel special, okay?
Phoenix
Listen, it's very little that just... Alright.
Got to get out, so he was in a bit of danger.
Sorry, just very little that makes me happy and laugh anymore, okay? Gosh.
Muzz,
being
dude,
a
it's
teacher,
okay, man. It's okay to be sometimes, bro.
So what do you think here, guys? TSG looking a little bit more prominent in this game. They're kind of maybe using their timings better. Decent power spike ganks, smoke ganks.
Question is, will they be able to get onto the high ground this time?
Well, what do you think NPG has high ground that might stop the Midnight Sting? Let us know.
Viper.
With flair.
That
Radiant's top
Viper,
tower is under
Phoenix,
attack.
and Treant uphill. Even the Witch Doctor Death Ward, if that Witch Doctor can now get a pretty decent time on his Agram Scepter.
Yeah, he's going for the Shadow, a Glimmer Cape.
I'm
Sorry.
hoping he goes for the Ags next, because that will be a good item on him.
He might.
Man, this game might be over before then, dude.
Yeah,
to
see,
be
that's...
honest with you, our boy Witch Doctor's looking a
Frag
bit.
pinging out the Slark.
They might catch him. He doesn't have invis.
I like this movement they're making into the enemy's jungle, man.
Frag
Before
looking
the
for the
outpost
Slark.
moves.
Is he gonna find it?
Yeah, they're
Sees
gonna
him.
just take the outpost so they can
Hook
have
shot
the
on.
vision. Nice, he catches in there. 2 on him. Should be able to take him down 3 as well. Vision goes past. Razzle Dazzle is here. Doesn't have the overgrowth.
Egg down. The egg is down, used in the back line.
There's no ultis here
Not
for
chasing.
NPG at the moment.
BKB down on Bloodseeker.
Alright, that's one goes down. That's Frag.
That's locked down.
Oh, it's getting dropped here as well into Rafiki. He does drop his BKB. He's going to go down. That's 2 very quickly. 2 down on the other side. 3. They're chasing Kettles. He's going to get them. Visions is fast. Gets himself a double kill. That's
Oh, they're
big.
going for the tree. Outside, they're stuck in the shaman wards.
Oh, man. Oh, it's
They just hit
fine.
him with a quick tilt, man.
Yeah, nice, Wiseman. Just like, you know, your boy
Dude,
can't
why
get
is-
out.
dude, Outsider's farm is looking insane. This guy almost has a
16k net
daedalus.
worth.
He almost has a daedalus.
The thing is, like, you know, Beth, that's the nature of a TA. He's able to clear waves very quickly. He can farm extremely fast. Plus, he had a very early Desolator. I can't tell you exactly how early, but I mean, you know, there's a reason I think NPG will opt in to ban him the whole time, because Outsider plays a good TA. It's just, you know, let's not sugarcoat
17
it.
wins in a row. Come on, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, we see, there we go. It does speak for itself. You know, numbers don't lie.
Okay, now they need to back off now, man. They're playing a bit too, and they need to back out. There's no need to commit more. They're not getting anything else.
Yeah, well, Visions has been
Okay, now they
awfully
got the
ballsy.
bad
He's
part.
trying to take on 3.
Okay, now never mind. It's worth, dude. Now don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. It's worth.
Yeah, again with the split pushing tactics from TSG, Vision's taking all the brunt of the force while TA is pushing around, taking objectives.
Midnight is watching soccer, dude. PSG.
I did say TSG.
Did you say PSG, man?
Yeah, I said TSG.
As
Oh,
long
you
as
said
you,
TSG.
yeah, as
Oh,
long
okay,
as you didn't
nah,
say
man,
PSG, then it's fine. We're not watching Paris Saint-Germain yet. It's alright.
TSG LGD, let's go! Chinese team
I love
for
that
the
team,
win.
dude. I love that team so
Yeah,
much.
no, they are a good team.
Oh, dude, shit, I'm so stupid. That's also a Dota team, man. Fuck, I thought he was talking
Yeah,
about it.
dude.
Yeah, I'm here thinking he's talking about Neymar's
Who's
soccer
the soccer
team.
fan
Dude.
now, hey?
Oh,
They
dude.
paved the way.
Yeah, but I mean, I forgot that LGD got, like, partnered up with
Picked up by
PSG.
the
dude.
PSG, yeah.
That's another rush, dude. And
Yeah, right. So there goes the second Aegis, the Immortal going again to TSG, picked up by Outside as well. Then you guys,
Blood
let's...
and TA still has 8 seconds on their BKBs at least. Or they're
no
gonna walk
buyback
around
on
us.
Slock. No buyback on Slock. He's gone all in with his gold.
he's
Only
800 away. You
buybacks
could get
on-
it. He's
Only
close.
buybacks are on the 2 supports of... Oh, sorry, the pause 3 and the support pause 5 of...
Oh,
NPG.
big jump in here from Frag. They should be able to pop Rafiki very quickly. Blood Rat's going to get dropped. There's a cast jumping around as well. That's fine. They're
Damn,
taking
I
out the
just said
Viper.
Yeah, Viper's dead.
Death Ward, it's going to do nothing. Is there a buyback here on Viper? No, there's not. This is the time for TSG. This is it.
Are they gonna try and take the tower or are they gonna try and fight again?
They could take tower.
The smart thing here was try to get another pick off and then take tower.
Yeah, there is overgrowth with the egg as well, so they do have to be very careful taking high ground. Wiseman going to drop the wards. Frag jumping in the background is going to blow up Fodder very quickly. He should be able to. Nice arrow jumping.
Kill steal from
Landed there from
Kyle.
Shadow. Yeah, it is what it is. Razzle Dazzle getting ruptured. He's trying to run away as well. Can't drop nothing. Is it going to be an egg from
This game's turned around
Singularity?
very quickly.
This game is turning very quickly.
They do manage to get off the egg. Fuck is dead.
Oh,
Imran is dying.
Slock's fine, so it's only frag down. There's 3 down here on MPG. Slock trying to do the most.
They're all dead. They're all dead.
They're all dead. They're gone.
Only buybacks on the pause screen, the 2 supports.
That's 3 buybacks.
I don't know if
fallen, Vortrax going.
I don't know if they
Vortrax
can
as
do
well.
enough because I mean they don't have overgrowth. They're not
Big.
gonna have the
Now they turn this game around, man.
There's a dieback I
They turned
think
this
on
game around very
Singularity.
quickly. Outsider put the team on his back, man.
Ugh, dude, this is
Pick the
it's
team
his
up like, come on,
TA.
let's do this.
Yeah, it's his TA, dude.
And TSG with the
Radiant's top
Megas.
tower is under attack.
Bro, Beth's TA looks stauncher than you in your profile photo, dude.
Huh? Yeah, dude, nah, man. Nah, nothing looks more
Dire's middle
steroid
tower is under attack.
full than my profile picture, man.
And Wiseman in the back trying to get shackles on Rafiki. I don't know what he's... I guess I understand he's trying to cause a bit of confusion there in the back, but he's probably going to fall. In fact, he won't. Look at the man. He's surviving. This guy's hard.
Keeping the tree out of the fight.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around. If
Going
Rafiki
on
might be able to go
Rafiki.
down, it's going to be... Oh,
They
visions!
might die, but they do get Rafiki. All of them dead. No buyback slot back in one.
Yeah, this should be GG. Oh my goodness, jumps
arrow,
right over
jump
that
into the
arrow.
arrow.
That's GG,
Slot
boys.
dead, no
That's,
GG,
that's
boys.
gonna be GG. Oh my goodness, guys. Well,
TSG.
TSG
Our boys
does.
pulled it back, man. The
take-
game was looking very tight.
Yeah.
Looking very tight at the start. They could have gone both ways, but like they took their timings. MPG just let them take too many rushes. They should have contested the rushes a bit more. Like I feel like that was their downfall in this game. If that stopped some of those rushes, it would have helped them out a lot more. But other than that, well played from both teams, man.
Yeah, so that is Transfers Gaming taking game number 3, winning the series 2-1. And I think that was on the back of Outsiders TA, which he finally got to pick up this game. He did go 12-2, which is great for him. I don't know, any closing words, gents?
Nah, dude, go just ban TA.
What, if you only face TSG or just in general?
Just ban TA, dude.
Sucks that I didn't get to play the last 2, but it's fine.
If
Yeah.
you see a guy called Outsider, just ban TA, man.
Yeah, that seems...
Okay, sort of watch. The second game
That's-
was
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Well, guys, I think thank you very much for joining us. Beth, Midnight Sting, thank you so much
yeah,
for...
no, thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure, man, to pass with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming through. It makes my job a lot easier when I don't really have to do an awful lot on these things. You know, it's kind of my
We just need
2K.
to learn how to use one camera though.
Listen, that's
Dude,
a...
I've been staring at a video man for 3 hours.
But that's a Valve problem, boys. Like, go take it up with Gaben. That's not my shit. You can go speak to him. That's not my crap.
I see the win probability graph way in the favor of Transverse Gaming throughout the entire game. Did take a little bit of a hit though.
Yeah, but yeah. Otherwise, cool. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you for watching Transfers Gaming take on MPG in this last leg. Leg number 1, last game of the VSG Gaming Dota series. My name's Muzz. Beth, Midnight Sting. We'll see you boys
Hey
next
guys,
time.
enjoy.
GG, guys.